Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Avenir Centre for tonight's game between the Charlottetown Islanders and your Moncton Wildcats. Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs, garçons et filles, bienvenue au Centre Avenir. Les Wildcats de Moncton vous souhaitent la bienvenue au match de ce soir contre les Islanders de Charlottetown. The Canadian Hockey League and the Moncton Wildcats advise persons that throw objects onto the ice are subject.
Moncton, where tonight it's the 2020-2021
Work together to ensure the safety of all participating athletes. S'il vous plaît, ne rien lancer sur la surface de la patinoire. Ceci pourrait causer des blessures sérieuses aux joueurs sur la glace. And please note that large cameras with multiple zoom can only be used with permission of the Moncton Wildcats. During the game, hockey pucks frequently leave the ice surface and land into the seated areas. The Wildcats remind you to always be alert. S'il vous plaît, soyez toujours alerte aux rondelles qui peuvent occasionnellement se rendre dans les estrades. And as a courtesy to others, please sit back and refrain from leaving or going to your seat during play. Nous vous demandons de vous lever de vos sièges seulement lorsqu'il y a un arrêt de jeu pour ne pas bloquer la vue des autres spectateurs. We also wish to remind you that the Avenir Centre is a non-smoking building. On vous rappelle que le Centre Avenir est dédié aux non-fumeurs. The Venue Shield program is a best-in-class reopening program that we have implemented here at the Avenir Centre. Venue Shield est un programme de réouverture du premier ordre que nous avons mis en œuvre ici au Centre Avenir. This program is designed to incorporate the most advanced safeguards to serve our patrons, players, and staff while providing the highest levels of cleanliness and safety. Ce programme a été conçu pour intégrer des sauvegardes les plus avancées pour servir nos clientèles, joueurs et personnel, tout en offrant les plus hauts niveaux de propreté et de sécurité. Protocols have been customized for this location, and all policies are aligned with local public health authorities, medical and industry experts. Les protocoles ont été adaptés pour cet emplacement et toutes les politiques sont alignées sur les autorités locales de la santé publique, les experts médicaux et industriels. Venue Shield, trusted protection.
Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
In a world where loving golf and burgers are not mutually exclusive, one restaurant dares to be different. Hunter's at the Fox, starring the Double Bogey Burger. It's an action-packed burger with 2 4-ounce island beef patties, maple bacon, white cheddar, tangy barbecue aioli, onion rings, lettuce and tomato, and topped with an Oreo cream cheese golf ball. Yes, the Double Bogey Burger is one double feature you don't want to miss in this year's PEI Burger Love. Hunter's at the Fox at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Rated E for everyone.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And Auto Trader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL.
Family fun and food. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. We're grocery shopping this Thanksgiving weekend. Bring your family festivities to the next level. Just add locally made ADL products to your grocery cart. Butter, milk, dairy aisle cheese, and who can forget the ice cream? Support Island Dairy Farm families as you taste the difference in ADL products. This Thanksgiving, are ADL products in your grocery cart?
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL. ADL. Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL.
Family fun and food. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. We're grocery shopping this Thanksgiving weekend. Bring your family festivities to the next level. Just add locally made ADL products to your grocery cart. Butter, milk, dairy aisle cheese, and who can forget the ice cream? Support Island Dairy Farm families as you taste the difference in ADL products. This Thanksgiving, are ADL products in your grocery cart?
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL. ADL.
Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
In a world where loving golf and burgers are not mutually exclusive, one restaurant dares to be different. Hunter's at the Fox, starring the Double Bogey Burger. It's an action-packed burger with 2 4-ounce island beef patties, maple bacon, white cheddar, tangy barbecue aioli, onion rings, lettuce and tomato, and topped with an Oreo cream cheese golf ball. Yes, the Double Bogey Burger is one double feature you don't want to miss in this year's PEI Burger Love. Hunter's at the Fox at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Rated E for everyone.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And Auto Trader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL.
Family fun and food. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. We're grocery shopping this Thanksgiving weekend. Bring your family festivities to the next level. Just add locally made ADL products to your grocery cart. Butter, milk, dairy aisle cheese, and who can forget the ice cream? Support Island Dairy Farm families as you taste the difference in ADL products. This Thanksgiving, are ADL products in your grocery cart?
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL. ADL.
Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
In a world where loving golf and burgers are not mutually exclusive, one restaurant dares to be different. Hunter's at the Fox, starring the Double Bogey Burger. It's an action-packed burger with 2 4-ounce island beef patties, maple bacon, white cheddar, tangy barbecue aioli, onion rings, lettuce and tomato, and topped with an Oreo cream cheese golf ball. Yes, the Double Bogey Burger is one double feature you don't want to miss in this year's PEI Burger Love. Hunter's at the Fox at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Rated E for everyone.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And AutoTrader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL.
Family fun and food. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. We're grocery shopping this Thanksgiving weekend. Bring your family festivities to the next level. Just add locally made ADL products to your grocery cart. Butter, milk, dairy aisle cheese, and who can forget the ice cream? Support Island Dairy Farm families as you taste the difference in ADL products. This Thanksgiving, are ADL products in your grocery cart?
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL. ADL.
right wing. Gallant stumbled, stayed with the puck, looked to center, and it was poked away. Jacob Hudson's going to lead a 2-on-2 rush here with Loshing now, just throws it in deep as the Wildcats get some changes going on the fly. Capacity here tonight at Avenir Centre and throughout the season will be at 25% roughly, so the expectation is an announced sellout crowd tonight here of between 22 and 2,300 people. But it sure is nice to have fans in the building, that is for sure. Gabriel Bernier to the right point. That's Charles-Antoine Pilote playing his first QMJHL game. Kept it in briefly, but now it's knocked out to center. And play goes offside at the Islander line. Dakota Lund-Cornish in goal for the Wildcats. He was 2-0 in the preseason with a 1.18 goals against average and a .950 save percentage. Last year split between the Wildcats and Bakamo Drakkar. He played 29 games. He was 15-12. Colton Ellis in goal for the Islanders. He was 1-0 in 2 games in the preseason. Last year with Rimouski, 18-10 in 29 games. Cedric DeRuiso tips it to the right point. It's kept in by Pilote. Now it comes out to center ice. Beauregard turns it back inside his own line. Here is Oscar Plandowski, second-year blue liner. Got it to DeRuiso. Will carry it in on the left wing side. Was knocked off the puck by Pilote. Owen Stammer for the Wildcats. Mishandled the puck. Now Trudeau battling forward at center ice. It's picked up by Stammer. He'll force it down into the right wing corner of the Islander zone. Owen Stammer, a 2018 draft pick of Moncton. Here come the Islanders. Flipping it in is Justin Gill. Go to Lund-Cornish. Chip that into the corner. Richard gets it to the line. Hamel held it in briefly, but now Jacob Stewart has it for the Wildcats. To Pilote. Pass to center, tipped by Langlois. Richard will bring it across the line. Connor Richard goes shoulder to shoulder with Anthony Hamel. Puck is played behind the net. Up from the right point, Jeremy Berube kept it in for the Wildcats. Drew Johnston battling forward on the boards, but he can't clear it. Now it's played off of Drew Elliott and out to center ice. Sent back inside the Islander line. No shots on goal yet, so no score either. We're 2.5 minutes into the game. Tim Roselle with you, live from Avenir Centre. Opening night of the 2020-2021 QMJHL season. Evan was knocked down in his own zone. Richard not able to clear. Ben Boyd for the Islanders, rookie forward, works it in behind the net, centering pass in front. That was just deflected wide by Sam Oliver. Now a sharp angle shot is blocked by Berube. Islanders have dressed 11 forwards and 7 defensemen in this game. So we'll see some different line combos for them as this puck is shot down the ice. For an icing call, the Volkswagen Moncton keys to the game tonight for the Wildcats. Number one, get the nerves out of the way early. You'll probably see Dan Lacroix roll the lines as he has here so far in this game. Pretty much everybody has been into it so far for the Wildcats, and that will help ease the butterflies that any of those young players are feeling coming into this one. Also, the Wildcats will have to outwork a team that is noted for its hard work and has been ever since Jim Halton took over behind the bench just a few years ago. Berube, right side of his own zone, will lift it high to center. This will allow the Wildcats to get that change in after the icing call. William Trudeau deep in his own zone. Feeds it up the left wing side. Casey will find Plandowski to carry to center. He's in on the right wing. Plandowski going wide on Sean Stewart. He's rattled hard into the back glass nicely by Spence. Trudeau left point. Wrist shot blocked by Spence. Jordan Spence banks it ahead. It's off of Hudson, and here comes Daou to center. As Loshing open to his left. Loshing going wide on Plandowski. Centers it in front. Now a shot from the line by Spence was fanned on. Deflects over to the near side. Trudeau behind his own goal. Gets it ahead on the left wing. Kieran Gallant played it in front of his own net. Plandowski will start out. Wrists it down into the left wing corner. Dakota Lund-Cornish out of the goal to leave it for Jordan Spence. Steps around the goal to the left and now in front of the net. Played it ahead for Daou. He just got it to the line and out. Puck is tied up at the blue line. Gabriel Bernier back for it. Nice story is Gabriel Bernier for the Wildcats, a 19-year-old rookie getting his first action in the QMJHL. He's from Victoriaville. This one played off the boards by Sean Stewart. It's going to go down the ice, but Bernier, I think, will win the race. Yes, he will, so no icing here. Good play. 4 changes for Moncton now. Dominic LeBlanc looking to center it. LeBlanc feeds the right point. That's Pilote. Charles-Antoine Pilote slap shot. Tipped in on goal. Nice stop by Ellis. Rebound loose side of the net. LeBlanc has it in the right wing corner now in a battle with DeRuiso. Cycled for Bernier. His centering feet is broken up. Connor Olson, newcomer for the Wildcats, tried a pass that was knocked down. Now he's got to chase it deep into his own zone. Feathers it around the goal for Pallotta. Head on the left wing. There's the Moncton co-captain Gabriel Fortier wearing an A here tonight. He'll wear the C on the road. Got it ahead to center ice, and it's just inside the Islanders zone. Pretty fast-moving first period so far. We're past the 5-minute mark with no score as of yet. There is Connor Olson, free agent signee out of London, Ontario. Plays it ahead on the right side for Vinny LaBelle. Mathis Cloutier nailed at the blue line by Lowen as it's centered in front. They score! Vinny LaBelle with his first Quebec League goal. He caught Colton Ellis out of the net and then banked it in off the Islander goaltender from behind the goal line. Vinny LaBelle, congratulations to him. The Wildcats strike first. It's 1-0. What a moment that will be for Vinny LaBelle, another player who was brought in as a free agent by the Wildcats. And 5 minutes and 32 seconds into his QMJHL career, Vinny LaBelle has Moncton on the board. Here comes Connor Richard in. Knocked off the puck by Plandowski. Jacob Stewart now. Leaves it in the corner. Richard plays it around the net. Right from the right side, that's Spence sending it back around the goal. Left corner, Jacob Stewart on it. Lost it to Gallant behind the goal. Richard in a puck battle now. Plandowski. Jacob Stewart over in that right wing corner. Being watched by Gallant. Now Stewart with a blind whip in front of the net. Picked up by Casey. He'll carry the other way. Thomas Casey stops. Now slides into the slot with a shot right on. Nice stop by Dakota Lund-Cornish. And he will hang on as we get our first opportunity for a break here in this one tonight. Vinny LaBelle opens the scoring for the Wildcats. We now have 13:36 to go in the first period. 1-0 Moncton over the Islanders. You're listening to Maritime Hydraulic Wildcats Hockey on Harvesters FM.
In a world where loving golf and burgers are not mutually exclusive, one restaurant dares to be different. Hunters at the Fox, starring the Double Bogey Burger. It's an action-packed burger with 2 4-ounce island beef patties, maple bacon, white cheddar, tangy barbecue aioli, onion rings, lettuce and tomato, and topped with an Oreo cream cheese golf ball. Yes, the Double Bogey Burger is one double feature you don't want to miss in this year's PEI Burger Love. Hunters at the Fox at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Rated E for everyone.
More Charlottetown Islanders exciting QMJHL hockey action up next.
Back at Avenir Centre, Tim Roselle with you. 13:36 to go in the first period. 1-0 Moncton in front on the first QMJHL goal for Vinny LaBelle. LaBelle, a native of Ottawa, Ontario, played last year in the Central Canadian Junior A Hockey League with the Rockland Nationals. 54 games, he had 18 goals. He was originally a 2018 draft pick of the London Knights in the OHL, but never did play for them. Face-off coming in front of the Moncton bench. Jacob Hudson will take it against Ben Boyd, and Boyd won it. Anthony Hamel lifts it down to the left corner of the Moncton zone. Berube slides it behind his own net for Pavan. Gave it to Loshing. He can't clear it past a pinching Hamel. Berube will try the right side now, and his pass goes off. Hudson's skate, poked to center ice by Philip Daou, and then Hudson collides knee on knee with Hamel. We've got a discussion and a scrap started here. Maybe, maybe not. The linesmen get in between Jacob Hudson and Ben Boyd. They had the gloves off. Now, this is one thing we didn't talk about in our pregame, but the fighting rules in the QMJHL just changed this week. And so now every fight in the QMJHL is accompanied with an automatic 10-minute misconduct. And players are suspended for a game after the third fight of the season, and then for each one subsequent to that. So perhaps the linesman getting in between them to save those two guys from doing something that maybe they wouldn't want to do this early into the year. Philip Daou had been knocked down in front of the Moncton bench, and then Hudson came to center ice and appeared to go pretty close to knee-on-knee with his man there. Didn't see an arm go in the air at the time, but we'll see whether anything gets called as a result of this. The referees in this game, Josh DeYoung and Maurice LeBlanc, the linesmen Matt McConnell and Kevin Fisher. LeBlanc and DeYoung are at the timekeeper's bench with McConnell right now. And they are going to go 5 skaters against 5, so we might get misconduct penalties here to Jacob Hudson. 2019, played for Cole Harbour last year in the Nova Scotia Major Midget Hockey League. And it's just been confirmed that there are 10-minute misconducts assessed here to Jacob Hudson of the Wildcats and to Ben Boyd. Dan Lacroix wanting an explanation from Maurice LeBlanc. They're going to mark the face-off right at the center ice dot. And Gabriel Forte will come in and take it for Moncton, and he wins it cleanly. Olsen ahead on the left wing. LeBlanc is stood up and decked by Noah Lowen at center ice. Looks like the puck was well past him at that point. That could have been an interference call. LeBlanc, airmail pass. That's Patrick LeBlanc for the Islanders, looking for Darawiso. The play goes offside at the Moncton blue line. Tonight's first period is presented by Vino Insurance for Worry Pop Peace of Mind. We have 12:57 to go in the opening period. 1-0 Moncton on the goal by Vinny LaBelle. By the way, Mathis Cloutier gets an assist on that goal. It's his first point as a Moncton Wildcat. Not his first career Q point, though, as Bernier brings it in, centers it in front. That was just out of the reach of LeBlanc. Mathis Cloutier had 4 points, including a goal with Val-d'Or last year in limited action as a call-up. Lucas Cormier with a pass. Look out on the Islander bench. That went off the stick of Drew Johnston. And narrowly missed Zachary Beauregard. So face-off coming in front of the Islander bench. Good start to this game for Moncton. Shots are listed right now at 1-1, but I feel like there have been a couple more at Colton Ellis than what has been registered so far. Jordan Spence for Sean Stewart, who turned 19 years old yesterday. Plays it in around the net. Ends up in the right wing corner. Brett Budgel back to get it. Feeds it around the goal for Plandowski. Lifts this one high to center. Reaching up, looking for it was Gallant. It was gloved down by Spence and now played into the Moncton zone. Spence trying to get away from Gallant here. Banks it ahead on the left side. Tried to get it to himself, but went too far. Plandowski ahead, goes past Casey with it, and out to center ice. And on the right wing side now, Langlois spun around and fell. And here come the Islanders 4-on-2. Casey drops Plandowski back to Casey, shooting. Dakota Lund-Cornish got a piece of that with his right leg. Big stop there by Lund-Cornish to keep it a 1-0 game. Langlois down low. Richard sharp angle. Slides in front of the net. Can't get a shot. He's dragged down side of the goal and a penalty coming up. Connor Richard, who was acquired from St. John during training camp in exchange for Liam Leonard, shows some nifty stick handling and ends up drawing a cross-checking penalty to William Trudeau. So the Wildcats are on their first Subway power play of the season. Moncton went 6 for 26 in the preseason. That was good for 23.1% efficiency, 7th in the preseason. They were 4th in terms of power play efficiency 1 year ago. Charlottetown, 5 power play goals against on 25 chances. That's an 80% efficiency rate in the exhibition games. Fort J left side pass in front, deflected just wide by LaBelle. Now, middle of the point, Spence winds and fires, and that misses high. Ripped off the glass by Lucas Cormier and down the ice. Don't forget, you can send me a tweet. Tell me where you're listening tonight. I would love to hear from you. Twitter handle is at Tim G. Rosell. That's TimGroSzell. Philip Daou spinning at the left point. Feeds right point, Spence. Fakes, now to Loshing. For Spence, one-timer, pad save, rebound, scores! It's Vinny LaBelle again. A beautiful low point shot from Jordan Spence. Ellis with the pad save. LaBelle below the hash marks between the circles. Spots the rebound through the legs of Colton Ellis. And LaBelle with a pair. It's 2-0 Moncton. Pretty sure that'll be Spence and Loshing on the assist, but we'll wait for the official. And that is a power play goal for the Wildcats as well. Didn't take them long. Only 52 seconds. So an evening to remember so far for Vinny LaBelle, and it's barely underway. Connor Olsen stands in behind his own goal, rips it ahead on the left wing. That got past Dominic LeBlanc down the ice. Icing a possibility, and it will be called as Felix Tremblay won the race to that hybrid icing. It is Spence and Loshing on the assists on the second goal of the night and second of the season for LaBelle at 9:08. Of this opening period. So congratulations to LaBelle and also to Johan Loshing, who gets his first career QMJHL point with an assist on that one. Face off to the left of Lund Cornish, controlled now by the Islanders. Lowen wrist shot, knocked down up high. It was actually up around the armpit area of Kieran Gallant. Olsen now as a man breaking. It was LeBlanc, couldn't get him the puck. He'll carry it and instead shoots, and Ellis made the save, left a rebound there, but Cormier was there. Hard pass ahead on the right wing side. Thomas Casey stops, looks to center it. The pass was deflected. Look out. Unable to grab that, Jacob Stewart. Thomas Casey with it now. Shovels it behind the net. Olsen is there for Moncton. Looking for Stammer. That doesn't clear. Long shot by Cormier. Missed the net. Lowen has to regroup out at center ice. Gives quickly to Cormier. He'll carry across the line. Lucas Cormier, the Moncton product, forced in behind the net by Olsen. Budgel tried to play it off the back of the goal to himself. That doesn't work. And now Pilat has it for Moncton. We're past the halfway point in the opening period. Tim Rosell with you live at Avenir Centre. 2-0 Wildcats. Both goals by the man who's got the puck right now, Vinny LaBelle, in his first career Q game. Spence throws it up the middle. It's off Cloutier's stick and down deep into the Islander zone. Back to get it. Islander rookie defenseman Ryan Maynard. Played up on the right side and out to center. LaBelle will shovel a backhander back in deep. And the Wildcats will change on the fly. Justin Gill to center ice. Patrick LeBlanc stepped on the puck. In the Moncton zone now, but cleared out quickly. Here's Francis Langlois. He's got Fort J with him. Langlois in with a shot. That was blocked by Hamel. Quickly flipped ahead by Patrick LeBlanc. He got it out to center for Charlottetown. Shot back into the offensive zone by Moncton. Maynard spins it around the net. Hamel on the line, and that just comes out to center ice. Wildcats are changing. Daou pokes it into the left wing corner. Now knocks it free for Fort J. Gabriel Fort J tied up on the wall. Islanders with a chance to clear it. It's Johnston turning in front of his own bench. He'll regroup. Drew Elliott tips that for Johnston. Lost the handle on it quickly. Now Beauregard after it. Feathers it ahead to himself. Quick shot, wristed high and over the net. Jeremy Berube for the Wildcats. Got it around to the point, right side. Plandowski centering, right onto the stick of Connor Richard. Remember, the Wildcats are without a forward right now with Jacob Hudson serving that 10-minute misconduct. So the lines are a little jumbled here. Trudeau up from the left point for the Islanders. Shoots it off the outside of the goal. Now it's played off the side of the net in front. Wildcats grab it. Here's Loshing. Chips this one down the ice. Will it go for icing? No. William Trudeau is back to get it. Long pass ahead on the right wing. Finds the Islander captain Budgel. Left side for Gallant shooting, and that's tipped wide. Gallant will get it to the line, but not out. Now Jacob Stewart follows up, and he'll lug it to center ice. Brings it in across the blue line. He's tied up on a back check by Gallant. Mathis Cloutier knocked his man Trudeau down. Play goes on as Budgel will muscle it ahead. Ian Olsen collide in the right wing corner of the Moncton zone. Lowen near the right point. Now middle of the point. Cormier fakes, moves it and shoots. It's deflected. Nice stop by Dakota Lund-Cornish on the redirected chance for Lucas Cormier. Good concentration by Lund-Cornish to hang on to that one and stay with it for the save and the smother. We have 7:03 to go here in the opening period. It's 2-0. Wildcats in front of the Islanders here at Avenir Centre. You're listening to Maritime Hydraulic Wildcats hockey on Harvesters FM.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And Auto Trader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
Welcome back to Avenir Centre. Tim Roselle with you. 2-0 Moncton in front, 7:03 to go here in the opening period. Want to say hello to Cindy, Jason, Bella, and Sally listening to the game in Moncton tonight. Thank you for sending me a tweet at Tim G. Roselle. That's TimGrosell. Heather Scott as well in the Kennebecasis Valley. Thank you, Heather, for tuning in as well. Again, that Twitter handle at Tim G. Roselle. That's TimGrosell. Send me a tweet. Tell me where you're listening from tonight. I would love to hear from you here on opening night of the 2020-2021 QMJHL season. Here's Loshing across the line. Tries to dance his way to the net. Puck skipped on him a little bit. Played back to Spence at the right point. Fakes the slapper. Now moves to the top of the right circle with it. Over to the wall. Feeds the line for Sean Stewart. Wrist shot. Gloved nicely by Ellis. He will hang on. Bit of a screen in front of him from Gabriel Fortier and Lucas Cormier, but Ellis found it through the crowd. It is a busy night in the QMJHL with other activity scheduled as well on 7 different fronts. Keep you up to date on all those other games as well. Face off to the right of Ellis is won by Moncton. Sean Stewart through traffic. That hit a leg in front and just missed the far side. Spence now behind the net for Philip Daou. Banks it back to the left point. Sean Stewart. Cross ice. Spence wrist shot. Pad save. Rebound loose. Grabbed by Tremblay. Tremblay gives off to Drew Johnston. Shots are now 6-4 in favor of Moncton with just over 6 minutes left here in the opening period. 2 goals for Vinny LaBelle have the Wildcats up 2-0. Laid around the goal, an errant pass here. Drew Elliott for Johnston. Had it get past him. It's behind the net. Spence around far side. Tremblay up from the left point. Played it in deep. Beauregard let to go to Johnston. His centering pass intercepted by Fortier. He'll start out with Daou. Tried to return the puck to Fortier. The play was broken up. Wildcats are changing on the fly as we get some jousting between the benches with Daou and Johnston. Connor Olsen rolls it behind his own net. Charles-Antoine Pilote laid it ahead on the right side. It's not out. Owen Stammer with a chance. Feeds it up the middle. It goes off of Cloutier sticking out to center ice. LaBelle will slash it in deep from the left side of the red line. Trudeau back to get it. Jammed on the brakes ahead of Cloutier. William Trudeau. Former Drummondville Voltigeur prospect ahead on the left wing for Thomas Casey. Had it knocked off his stick by the long reach of Palat. And Owen Stammer behind his own net. Around left side for Mathis Cloutier. He'll get it out. Brett Budgel, the Newfoundlander, back inside his own line for the Islanders. Gives to Trudeau. Flips this one way up high. It'll bounce down inside the Moncton zone with the Islanders now. Changing on the fly as well. Connor Olsen. Left wing pass for Richard goes too far. No icing here. Ellis will tee it up to the right side of his own net. Played ahead on the left wing. LeBlanc was bumped off the puck. Now Connor Richard. Sharp angle shooting. That's deflected high and wide and actually out of play by Colton Ellis. So a face-off coming down to the right of Ellis in just a few moments. Opening night here at Avenir Centre. Goals by Vinny LeBlanc at 5:32. And then again at 9:08 on the power play. And the Wildcats up by a score of 2-0. Again, this season very unique in the QMJHL, obviously in a pandemic environment. At this point, the way things stand, it's a 60-game schedule with the Maritimes teams playing one another only during the regular season. The league has not announced any kind of a format for the playoffs yet. Commissioner Gilles Courteau has said he'll address that in December. But certainly difficult right now with the number of cases of COVID-19 rising in the province of Quebec. So lots of concern about what that may mean moving forward. But we are underway here, late in period one. Islanders win the draw in their own zone. This is shot down the ice. Icing waved off. Jordan Spence will get it up the right wing. Dan Lacroix didn't like that non-icing call. Deroiso's pass is tipped to the line. It will come out to center ice. Now Lucas Cormier chips it ahead on the left side. DeRoiso put that one up high. It hits Spence in the mouth, I think. He's clutching at his face a bit, but will stay in the play. Cormier to the right point. Lowen wrists it in front, looking for a tip. That missed the net. DeRoiso cycles for Gill. Continued along behind the net. LeBlanc tried to spin it in front. Poked away by Jacob Stewart, but not out. DeRoiso knocked off stride. Connor Richard with a chance to clear for Moncton. Stewart will get it to the line and now does work it out to center ice. Shot back down inside the Moncton zone. Both teams changing now with under 4 minutes to go in the opening period. Nick Pavan hits the red line, left wing side for Moncton and shoots it in around the goal. Dominic LeBlanc on it, centers. Fortier shooting, that's blocked. Maynard in the corner has Fortier tied up. In comes Gabriel Bernier to help. Nice pass to the line. Pavan winds and slaps. It's blocked by Elliott. He'll get it out to center, racing away, 2-on-1. Johnston with Elliott, drops it off, shooting, and he missed the goal. Bounces around on the left side. Dominic LeBlanc got it to the line. It's not out. He'll get another chance here and does clear it ahead. Looking for Fortier on a pass, but Maynard stepped up to intercept that. Now Drew Johnston has his pass picked off. Bernier will feed it to LeBlanc and now head to the bench. Shot in on goal as the Wildcats complete more changes here. Oscar Plandowski. Gave it to Sam Oliver. He'll get it inside the Moncton zone. Not deep, though. Beauregard wants to regroup out at center ice anyway. Trudeau at his own line. Just got it away from the forechecking of Johan Loshing. Now Daou with a little backhander. Gets it inside the Islander zone. Look out. Plandowski stick handling back in front of his own net. Being chased by Stammer. Plays it far corner. And now Casey for Budgel. Carries it on the left wing side. Lost it briefly. Casey follows up. Got a backhand chance, but that was blocked. Loshing in a battle with Casey. Casey keeps it alive for the Islanders. Drops it off right side. Budgel backdoor feed looking for Casey, and that was deflected off a stick and wide. Casey had a tap in if that pass was on target. Now we've got a penalty call coming up here against the Islanders as Beauregard cross-checked his man Daou down in behind the Moncton goal, and Zachary Beauregard is going to go on. Daou is up and back to the bench under his own power. So that is good news for the Wildcats. Looks like we've got 2 penalties on the play here. Jordan Spence is in the box as well for Moncton, so no power play. Didn't see the signal on the Spence call, but we'll wait for the official on it. 2 penalties come at 17:57. Face off to Dakota Lund, Cornish's right. Lucas Cormier lined up wide right on this play, back near the point. Wildcats win the draw, though. And Jacob Hudson turns in front of his own net. 4-on-4 action here. Olsen in front of his own goal. Got away from DeRuiso. Pilot is joining the rush. The pass for him went too far. And now Cormier will drop it off for Lowen. Noah Lowen carries through the middle. Dump and chase into the left wing corner. He's after it with Pilot. He collide there. Lowen able to recover. Got knocked off of his feet behind the goal. He was looking for a penalty, but none came. 90 seconds to go in the period as the pass for Hudson went just too far. LaBelle will turn back at his own line. Pilot up the middle for Jacob Hudson. Leaves it on the left wing side. Olsen brings it across the line. Teammates are changing, at least the forwards are, as it's centered in front. Nice shot there by Fortier, blockered away by Ellis. Cormier coughed it up behind the net. LeBlanc centering. Pilot mishandled it. Could be a break. Thomas Casey racing after a loose puck. He's in alone. Casey scores. Thomas Casey raced in alone after a turnover inside the Islanders' zone. And he goes 5-hole on Dakota Lund Cornish to get the Islanders on the board, down 2-1. Tough break for Moncton there. They had some good work going in the offensive zone. If you were with us during the pregame show, you heard Dan Lacroix say, you know, this is a much different group than what ended last season, and that means a number of things, including the fact that we're going to have to live with some mistakes that are made. And certainly a learning process for everybody here. And Thomas Casey, a 20-year-old Charlottetown native, is able to get the Islanders on the board with his first goal of the season. Call it 19 minutes, 59.8 seconds were left on the clock. Now a sharp angle pass. Gill in front looking for Trudeau, and that was chopped just wide. Trudeau looking to center again. Daou had it for a moment. Now it's knocked up high. Poked away to the line. Plandowski from the left circle. Gives way now to Gill. Gill for Johnston in that circle, back to the line. Plandowski shot blocked nicely by Jacob Stewart. Berube for Daou, looking to return it to Berube. He'll chase after it on the right side. Jeremy Berube in behind the goal. Bumped off the puck by Trudeau. Fortier to the blue line. Olsen just feathers it down into the left wing corner, and time will expire here in period 1. So a tough way to end what was a pretty strong opening period for the Moncton Wildcats. They do give up a goal to the Islanders to get Charlottetown on the board, but Vinny LaBelle with a pair in his first QMJHL game has the Wildcats up 2-1 here through 20 minutes. The goals at 5:32 and 9:08. That second goal on a power play for LaBelle, and then Thomas Casey scoring just into the final minute of the opening period to make it 2-1. Coming up in our first intermission, we're going to have my conversation with Moncton Wildcats defenseman Jordan Spence, back for his third season in a Wildcats uniform. We'll talk to Jordan about changing role for him this year, as he's gone from being one of the younger players on the team to one of the veterans and a leader certainly for the Wildcats. Also the reigning QMJHL Defenseman of the Year. All that and more coming up with Jordan Spence in just a few moments. Then we'll come back. We'll run through the scoring summary and set up period number 2. We'll also go around the queue for Irving Oil. All that and more coming up here in intermission number 1. It's opening night at Avenir Centre for the 2021 season. The Moncton Wildcats have a 2-1 lead over the Charlottetown Islanders. You're listening to Maritime Hydraulic Wildcats Hockey on Harvesters FM.
Isles Radio is
you.
proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
In a world where loving golf and burgers are not mutually exclusive, one restaurant dares to be different. Hunters at the Fox, starring the Double Bogey Burger. It's an action-packed burger with 2 4-ounce island beef patties, maple bacon, white cheddar, tangy barbecue aioli, onion rings, lettuce and tomato, and topped with an Oreo cream cheese golf ball. Yes, the Double Bogey Burger is one double feature you don't want to miss in this year's PEI Burger Love. Hunters at the Fox, at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Rated E for everyone.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And Auto Trader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL.
Family fun and food. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. We're grocery shopping this Thanksgiving weekend. Bring your family festivities to the next level. Just add locally made ADL products to your grocery cart. Butter, milk, dairy aisle cheese, and who can forget the ice cream? Support Island Dairy Farm families as you taste the difference in ADL products. This Thanksgiving, are ADL products in your grocery cart?
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL. ADL.
Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
In a world where loving golf and burgers are not mutually
Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
In a world where loving golf and burgers are not mutually exclusive, one restaurant dares to be different. Hunters at the Fox, starring the Double Bogey Burger. It's an action-packed burger with 2 4-ounce island beef patties, maple bacon, white cheddar, tangy barbecue aioli, onion rings, lettuce and tomato, and topped with an Oreo cream cheese golf ball. Yes, the Double Bogey Burger is one double feature you don't want to miss in this year's PEI Burger Love. Hunters at the Fox, at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Rated E for everyone.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And Auto Trader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL.
Family fun and food. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. We're grocery shopping this Thanksgiving weekend. Bring your family festivities to the next level. Just add locally made ADL products to your grocery cart. Butter, milk, dairy aisle cheese, and who can forget the ice cream? Support Island Dairy Farm families as you taste the difference in ADL products. This Thanksgiving, are ADL products in your grocery cart?
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL. ADL.
Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio. More Charlottetown Islanders exciting QMJHL hockey action up next.
Same neighborhood.
In a world where loving golf and burgers are not mutually exclusive, one restaurant dares to be different. Hunters at the Fox, starring the Double Bogey Burger. It's an action-packed burger with 2 4-ounce island beef patties, maple bacon, white cheddar, tangy barbecue aioli, onion rings, lettuce and tomato, and topped with an Oreo cream cheese golf ball. Yes, the Double Bogey Burger is one double feature you don't want to miss in this year's PEI Burger Love. Hunters at the Fox at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Rated E for everyone.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And Auto Trader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place. ADL.
Family fun and food. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. We're grocery shopping this Thanksgiving weekend. Bring your family festivities to the next level. Just add locally made ADL products to your grocery cart. Butter, milk, dairy aisle cheese, and who can forget the ice cream? Support Island Dairy Farm families as you taste the difference in ADL products. This Thanksgiving, are ADL products in your grocery cart?
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place. ADL. ADL.
Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio. More Charlottetown Islanders exciting QMJHL hockey action up next. Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
In a world where loving golf and burgers are not mutually exclusive, one restaurant dares to be different. Hunters at the Fox, starring the Double Bogey Burger. It's an action-packed burger with 2 4-ounce island beef patties, maple bacon, white cheddar, tangy barbecue aioli, onion rings, lettuce and tomato, and topped with an Oreo cream cheese golf ball. Yes, the Double Bogey Burger is one double feature you don't want to miss in this year's PEI Burger Love. Hunters at the Fox at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Rated E for everyone.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And Auto Trader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place. ADL.
Family fun and food. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. We're grocery shopping this Thanksgiving weekend. Bring your family festivities to the next level. Just add locally made ADL products to your grocery cart. Butter, milk, dairy aisle cheese, and who can forget the ice cream? Support Island Dairy Farm families as you taste the difference in ADL products. This Thanksgiving, are ADL products in your grocery cart?
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place. ADL. ADL.
Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio. More Charlottetown Islanders exciting QMJHL hockey action up next. Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
In a world where loving golf and burgers are not mutually exclusive, one restaurant dares to be different. Hunter's at the Fox, starring the Double Bogey Burger. It's an action-packed burger with 2 4-ounce island beef patties, maple bacon, white cheddar, tangy barbecue aioli, onion rings, lettuce and tomato, and topped with an Oreo cream cheese golf ball. Yes, the Double Bogey Burger is one double feature you don't want to miss in this year's PEI Burger Love. Hunter's at the Fox, at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Rated E for everyone.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And Auto Trader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL.
Family fun and food. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. We're grocery shopping this Thanksgiving weekend. Bring your family festivities to the next level. Just add locally made ADL products to your grocery cart. Butter, milk, dairy aisle cheese, and who can forget the ice cream? Support Island Dairy Farm families as you taste the difference in ADL products. This Thanksgiving, are ADL products in your grocery cart?
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL. ADL.
Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio. More Charlottetown Islanders exciting QMJHL hockey action up next. Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
In a world where loving golf and burgers are not mutually exclusive, one restaurant dares to be different. Hunter's at the Fox, starring the Double Bogey Burger. It's an action-packed burger with 2 4-ounce island beef patties, maple bacon, white cheddar, tangy barbecue aioli, onion rings, lettuce and tomato, and topped with an Oreo cream cheese golf ball. Yes, the Double Bogey Burger is one double feature you don't want to miss in this year's PEI Burger Love. Hunter's at the Fox, at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Rated E for everyone.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And Auto Trader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
We're back with more Charlottetown Islanders Fair Isle Ford Isles Radio. It's Fair Isle Ford, Charlottetown Islanders Radio.
Welcome back. George Matthews, Corey Arsenault with you. We are on the air here from Avenir Centre in downtown Moncton. What a beautiful building this is, $100 million or whatever it is. Just it's a big league building in major junior hockey. Moncton Wildcats certainly very fortunate to be playing out of a facility as spiffy as this one. Isles and Moncton battle to a 2-1 Wildcat lead after the opening period. Your thoughts in the first 20, Corey?
Well, a couple of tough bounces in the opening 20, certainly for the Islanders, but I like their physical play. I mean, they dominated the game physically, and, the game's not won in the first period. A late goal by Thomas Casey on the breakaway gave them a bit of life, and all of a sudden it's a one-goal game, and just keep chipping away.
If you're Thomas Casey, who's got the puck right now, he had 3 very gifted opportunities in the opening period, buried one of them. But on the positive side of the ledger, the puck found him pretty good.
Well, you're right. And when you have those wheels, you can get them on the ice freely. And Casey just got a nose, and the puck seems to follow him around because his feet don't stop moving. And Casey certainly is going to have to lug the offense here for the Islanders, at least to the Christmas trade deadline, that's for sure.
And we haven't really talked about this, Corey, but as the Isles... Here's Gallant, tries to slide it in off the side wing left side. But for those in the major junior hockey as a 20-year-old, this is a big year for them because there potentially might not be a lot of minor pro hockey going on.
Well, you're right. And, for Casey, he's already had a long look by the Red Wings because of his speed.
Another shot by Casey. That one kicked aside by Dakota Lund-Cornish. Isles again trying to tie it up early in the second period. They were coming on strong to end up period number 1. Casey regathers back up again, slides it, looking for his man off in front. Kieran Gallant, that one is going to be eventually cut off, and we've got the Isles recontrolling at their own line. Budgel tries to reach back for it. The other 10, Daou, tries to drag it in, but offside will be the call at the 1:05 mark off the early stages of this second period. For those just joining us on the audio side, we've got LaBelle with 2 goals for Moncton. A power play goal would be the second goal for the Moncton Wildcats to give them a 2-0 lead. 19:01 late on a 4-on-4. Casey is first from Budgel and Cedric DeRusso, I do believe would be the official call. Here again now, Moncton inside the Islander zone, trying to pin up his man as Plandowski. It'll come loose off that blocker side corner of the goaltender Colton Ellis, right off in front. And there's a shot, that one down from a distance as goaltender Ellis. No rebound given up. And we've got the stoppage in play.
Well, another little adventure in behind the Islanders' goal for Colton Ellis is obviously the first goal that was caused on a turnover. And right there, once again, puck possession. And it's just about communication and, getting that in sync with your defenseman, knowing where the puck's going to move it. It's evident that Colton Ellis, that's one thing that as goaltenders get older, they become more confident in playing the puck, but Ellis is certainly not scared to get out of the crease and play it.
Our viewership hasn't given up on us, Corey. They're glad to have us on the air for the second period. As the puck is sent all the way back down again. Here's going to be Charlottetown in control inside the offensive zone.
Just had to put a little grease on this $8,000 mixer.
Yeah. That going to have to get WD-40. As we have the puck on the far boards, finally dug off in front inside the Moncton zone. They look to bring it back. This one off the red line and in. Trying to bust in is going to be Fortchek. He's one of those 20-year-olds that Tampa Bay second-round pick. Right off in front, coming in. There's a shot. That one is going to be just off the outside of the post, it looks like. The glove side of Colton Ellis here again is going to be Stewart trying to drift it off in front. It's finally controlling. It'll be Elliott through center ice. He'll fire it in from about 75 feet in and around, and the Moncton Wildcats will allow it to exit. Right back in again, a Stammer. He sends it down low. Nice save. Looking back at that one, Corey, you talked about a stronger second period by Colton Ellis. That one is a timely stop by the Islanders goaltender. wearing number 92. Laid right off in front again, trying to get it free. Is going to be Moncton. They'll tap it off the left wing boards in front of the Islanders bench area into the neutral zone. There's Lucas Cormier. He'll try to advance it out. Stammer dangles with it. Looking for Kluche. Wide off the far side. Tap back in again by LaBelle. Here's Cormier trying to wind it around. Boyd check from behind by Harvey. And now we've got the puck. Let's see. This one is going to be Lowen. He stepped into as the Moncton player goes down. That possibly was Stammer that was drifted up with the numbers showing. So Lowen could be gone for checking from behind.
Lowen certainly plays that physical style, and already in the first period, Lowen laid out a couple of Wildcats players, and when they're going down his wing, not too many are willing to take him on one-on-one. Big save by Colton Ellis in the second period. Drew Elliott gained center and just ripped it in around the horseshoe. It came all the way slingshot back out to center. All the Islanders players went off for a change, and all of a sudden it's a 2-on-0, 3-on-0 with a partial break, and Ellis with a big blocker save to keep it 2-1.
Big time stop early by Colton Ellis. Isles shorthanded for the second time in the game. Moncton 1-for-1 with a power play. Beauregard out, along with Gallant. We have Trudeau and Plandowski bringing it back in the reverse. Spence drops it off. Trying to bring it back in again is Forte. Drags and drags to the half wall left side. Backsided pass for Spence from about 45 feet. There's a shift and shake by one. Taps it around the woodwork. High to the right point again. Losheen is going to skim it along the wall. Hudson, he peels off into the corner. Taps it back to the high right point. Losheen, cross point. Feed for Spence. Stick handles. Fires. Safe by a rebound. It's going to bleed down to the glove side of the goaltender. And Colton Ellis with his second timely save here early in the second period to keep the scoreboard remaining at 2-1, and the Cats off the board.
Well, Jordan Spence, a little dipsy doodle in and gets in the prime shooting area on his off wing. That right-handed shot. Now it's up on top of the crease, square to the puck. Is able to get a cuff on it, find it, and hold on here. As this Wildcats team, they've lost, 10 of their last year's top 12 goal scorers, but they still have some talent, and you're going to see it with Forte. This Johan Lotion, I watched a lot of tape on him, played last year in Mississauga in the GTHL, one of the better players in that league. He's a Quebec-born player, first-round pick by the Moncton Wildcats. The kid has tremendous talent.
Here comes Forte driving back in again, cuts off into the corner, lays it off in front. Nice stick there on a read and react by Maynard, and he fires it all the way back down again. Moncton first in goals for, first in goals against. They had everything going for them last year. Second overall when the league was shut down after 64 games. Looping it back the other way now. Here's Stammer trying to snake his way in. Puck is ripped away, shorthanded. Here's Casey, and he's going to drive down that left wing. On the half wing, near side, inside the offensive zone. Puck is taken off of his stick as we have Moncton regrouping. In back of the goal is Berube. He'll skate through center ice, gains the red line, hits the offensive blue line, sends it back for Stammer from 45 feet, leans in, tries to dribble it down low. As Kluche was there, but now the other way. Here's going to be an opportunity for the Islanders to bring it back in again. Drew Elliott, as eventually here's going to be Cormier, steps in, fires and rebound. It's not going to be there. It just skims wide off the goaltender, Lund Cornish. Cormier on a shorthanded opportunity, look to move in on that. Back now to 5-on-5 play. Bernier is going to drift the puck deep inside the Islanders zone. Isles down by one. Cormier is going to lose control. There's a shot towards the goal. That one off the stick of Langlois. Wide on goaltender Ellis. High off the left point. Moncton will try to keep it back in again. Langlois tries to grab it onto his stick. Comes off the end boards with a tight angle shot right off the right shoulder. And this one then is going to scoop back down low on that stick side of Ellis. He's got that side door sealed, and he will hold on.
Well, the Islanders on the back end of a penalty kill had some tired legs on the ice, and Colton Ellis does the right thing to find that puck off on a bad angle shot. Finds it and is able to hold on here with 14-14 to go in this second period. Shots on goal, 11-9, favoring the Wildcats. They lead by a score of 2-1, but good penalty kill there by the Islanders. And for Drew Elliott, a chip and chase. Odd man developing it up. It got caught up with the Wildcat, the defender's stick that was loose in front, and kind of threw him off stride.
Now this one is going to be Eric Express back inside the Moncton zone. In back is Olsen. He looks for Stewart As stored now, a look-see feed. Langlois, 2-on-1, 2-on-2 it'll go. Langlois goes to the inside, tries to bat it down low, and this is going to slide right too. The goaltender, Colton Ellis, who will hold on. And you look at the final 4 or 5 minutes of this, before we started the second period, that first period looked like the Islanders were coming on. But having said that now, with a power play opportunity by Moncton here in the second period, Colton Ellis has made 2 or 3 pretty significant saves.
Well, and that's what good goaltending does. Timely saves, as you like to say, and the Islanders don't want to go back down by 2 here again, still trying to find their footing, and there's a perfect example right there. We love Anthony Hamel and how he plays, but he's got to learn how to lay off that big check, because all of a sudden it's a 2-on-1 the opposite way, and that's something that Guy Girard is trying to work with Hamel on. I mean, we love the throwback style that he plays, but when you catch yourself in a position, but it goes a long way that Hamel can go up and make those plays when you have a goaltender like Colton Ellis as your last line of defense at the same time.
Absolutely.
Watching Matt Welsh over the years, the team played differently when he was in goal rather than whoever was backing him up.
Shots on goal, 6-4 Moncton here in the second period, 13-9 overall. Casey with 3 great opportunities for the Islanders here tonight. Moncton coming on stronger in the second period with more gifted opportunities. It's 2-1 Moncton right now. Anybody could have the lead, basically, at this juncture of the hockey game. From the left point, trying to get the shot through. That's stored, and it's going to be off the end zone netting for stoppage of play. Tomorrow night, we are an Ocean 100 tip-to-tip on PEI and in parts of the Maritimes as well. For those who like to follow major junior hockey here in Maritime Canada, we'll have the call from the port city of St. John downtown at TD Station. We'll be on the air with the pregame show, 6:45 tomorrow night.
You see Jim Holton doing some juggling here. Cedric Desrousseaux bumped up with Budgeland Casey. He's not waiting to find the offense. He's got to put some talented players together. Kieran Gallant, I love the Kieran Gallant style. There's no denying that. But you got someone like Desrousseaux, a proven goal scorer, up with Casey and Budgeland here to try to find some offense.
And it helps Cedric Desrousseaux perhaps get his season on track here early. Off the end boards, both teams now trying to flush it free. There's going to be Hudson. He's being crushed off the end boards. In close quarters now, it's tap free. Lowen in back of the net. He's all down. Isles will enjoy their first power play off the hockey game. A power play that last season was 12th in the league at 18.7, 46 power play goals and 246 opportunities. You're looking for something. Winning teams have a power play in and around that 18 to 20%. Isles obviously had a winning record last year, 7 games over 500 at 33, 26, and 5. So that power play will go to work. On the power play last year, Cormier, Budgel, Casey, and Cedric Desrousseaux were 4 of the top 5 power play point gatherers. Alexandrov led the team in power play points with 22. The next 4 in line are back with the team. There's Lowen with a drive, and that one is not going to get through. Trudeau back for Lowen. Yes, here is going to be a shot towards the goal. Oliver, Gill in there as well, but Moncton will look to bring it back. Langlois is going to nudge it outside of the Islanders line. Dragging it in is William Trudeau. Draft eligible not this year, but next year, William Trudeau. He might, I think some NHL team will take a look at him. This one batted around. High from the right side. Lowen will keep it in. Isles in the power play. He'll continue to work it now for 75 seconds. There's Lowen back for Cormier. Tries to check that for LeBlanc. Back for Lowen for, again, LeBlanc. Center point shot. That one is going to redirect and then skips wide to the low glove side of Lund Cornish. Here's Sam Oliver, the Isles' top pick of this past draft. And he'll send the puck back inside the Islander zone. Oliver for the Islanders, second round pick, 27th overall. Here's Cedric Desrousseaux back in again. He'll park it around. High off that right wing is going to be Cormier. Now Desrousseaux right off in front, has control, but just couldn't stay strong on the puck as it's ripped away and sent back down with 30 seconds left in the Islanders' first power play. 2-1. Moncton continuing to lead. Here's Plendowski. He'll drag it back in again. Offside is Casey. And the Islanders are going to be offside with 24 seconds in the first power play of the hockey game for the Islanders, who trail this game 2-1 with 11:34 left here in the second period.
Well, the first unit starts it off, rather the second unit starts it off, and now you see the first unit come out. Casey, Budgel, DeRousseau, Cormier, and Plandowski. And you're right, centering pass in front, DeRousseau. Good strong stick on the back end by the Wildcat defender to take it away from him. Islanders really haven't made Lund Cornish sweat here at all. And that's what they have to do. They got to test him here and get some shots, quality shots on goal.
Here's Budgel looking for Cedric DeRousseau to Casey. Casey basically has had all of the Islanders' more gifted opportunities here. There's a drive. There's a shot off the stick from the mid-blue line by Cormier as it bounces off the end zone glass and eventually cleared back to center ice. You look back at the game, really, Casey's been the guy, has he not been?
He's been all over the ice for the Islanders, there's no denying that.
He's had the best opportunities. The puck has been on his stick in the most dangerous situations for the Charlottetown Islanders. Bringing it back in is Daou, and then he will hand it off. Isles back checking, will get it cleared back out again. Maynard, and drilled back in by the Cats with 10:35 left in the second period. It's still loose off the trapezoid. Hudson through traffic. Daou as well. Puck is loose to the side, blocker's side. Charging back to cover up that short side is goaltender Ellis. Here's Daou looking for Spence and coming off the back end. Yeah, that pass is not going to connect. As Drew Elliott will roll it just outside of the Moncton blue line. Here's going to be Maynard again now, stepping back in again. Doesn't get the shot away. Gallant, here's Maynard, backhand shot. That one comes loose. Drilling it is going to be Elliott. That one is knocked aside as well to the high right wing point. There's a snapshot by Maynard. In front, they score. Gallant is going to hit the open net on that point shot by Maynard. And it is going to be loose off in front. And Gallant has nothing but net. And the Isles have tied it up.
Well, Jim Holton trying to kickstart the offense. The key move was putting Gallant on a line with Elliott and Beauregard. How about Ryan Maynard? I mean, he's a guy that we're looking to get a look at here. Big-time numbers last year in Kapuskasing, U-under-18. He's a Cochrane, Ontario native. 27 goals in 36 games in the back end. He has some offense to his game. And right there, Maynard created it all. Kept it down deep, took a hit to make a play, and then continued after it towards the front of the net. That created the whole sequence. And then all of a sudden, it's a scramble inside the Moncton zone, and Kieran Gallant, Johnny on the spot, and I love Kieran Gallant's effort. I mean, it's lights out, 110% every shift, keeps his feet moving, but he goes to the dirty areas. He doesn't play like he's 5'8". He plays like he's 6'2", drives to the front of the net, finds the rebound, slides it in a wide open 4x6. And after another adventurous play in behind the Islanders' goal for Colton Ellis, the Islanders find themselves tied up at 2.
Gallant with 4 points in the season last year, 1-3. And he's already in game one here, tied last season's goal total with nothing but net on a Maynard shot off that right point. And Maynard, you say 27 goals. 27 goals, 20 assists, 47 points. He did it in 36 games. That's pretty strong.
I'm not too familiar with that league, Northern Ontario U18 league. And last year called Midget, and this year called U18. But, I mean, those are pretty gaudy numbers for anybody. He was a 17-year-old playing in that league, and obviously an offensive defenseman, but he's got a touch. And, Guy Girard from that area has good connections, and he's a guy that had a lot of people talking highly of. They're hoping for a classic late bloomer. If they can get a player somewhat of the caliber of Brendan Clavel, they'll be very happy.
Yes, they will be. So Maynard with his first Q point, Gallant with his second Q goal. And first of the season, and it is a 2-2 hockey game, so the Isles have come back.
And relying on a couple timely stops from Colton Ellis.
Yes, absolutely spot on. Islanders just 5 wins last season when scored upon first. 5-23.
Wow, that's ugly.
Yeah, it's not great. 5-23-0 when scored on first. They've come back. Here's Casey looking to try to lay it off in front. And bringing it back down again, trying to drive in. Off the right side is Bernier. Fires a shot. Ellis gets a piece of it. Looks behind, but it's loose in back of the net. Trying to counter the other way. Charlottetown. They've come back to tie it. As DeRusso was hauled down. Isles to their second power play. They'll get back-to-back man advantages here. After having none in the opening period, they now have their second straight power play. And again, it's a power play that was sniffing in and around 20% last year, 18.7. And they've got power play points. Cormier had 19 last year, Budgel 16, Casey had 12, DeRusso had 12. Those are 4 of the 5 top power play gatherers back on this roster this year. Budgel out, Plandowski, Cormier, DeRusso, Casey. Face off to the right shoulder of Dakota Lund-Cornish. Scuffed around and kept in by Cedric DeRusso. Has it handed back from the blue line by Cormier. Here's Cedric DeRusso. Little shoulder shake down low for Budgel. Budgel with an assist in the game already. As Plandowski back to the blue line. There's a shot by Cormier. That one is going to flicker wide. On a carom. Casey brings it back deep right corner for Cedric DeRusso on the fringe. Cormier, one-time shot by Plandowski. That one is going to be blockaded, drilled around, and looking to keep it in as Cormier cannot get there on time. On the power play, 80 seconds left in it. Here's Cormier off the left wing boards, ice wide for Cedric DeRusso. Back for Thomas Casey. Little toe drag down low. DeRusso is going to loosen it back up again for Cormier. He is going to ride the offensive zone, high off that blue line, down low for Cedric DeRusso, coming late Plandowski. And that pass on a nice wide cross-crease pass doesn't materialize, and the Islanders can't get anything done with that attempt. There's Cormier. He will nudge it back in again. Off the bench is Patrick LeBlanc. Sent through center ice. Langlois knocks it down, doesn't get it to sit. Back right in again. Here's no allowance. Isles still in the power play for 40. Loops up high off the left point. Here's Patrick LeBlanc right to, Oliver. Nice pass by Patrick LeBlanc, but Oliver just couldn't grab onto it. And it's going to be cleared all the way back down by Moncton in a 2-2 hockey game. In back is William Trudeau. He'll bring it back. Up center ice, left side for LeBlanc. He threads one back down again. As Trudeau off the end boards, both teams try to battle for it. Justin Gill is going to send it back for LeBlanc. Stepping in off the blue line is Oliver. His turnaway pass is broken back up again. We're back now to 5-on-5 play. And we've got Moncton bringing it in. And offside will be Forche. And he will force the stoppage of play with 7:03 left in the second period. Shots on goal 15-11 in favor of the Moncton Wildcats.
Sam Oliver along the half wall. It's a big jump going from prep to major junior. And Oliver, what a real good preseason, a hat trick up in Bathurst. He's a guy that has a lot of offense in his game, but the time and space is a little bit different when you're playing against prep school players to major junior and NHL drafted players. And Oliver finds out right there along the half wall as he gets filled in. Tries to play the puck towards the middle. It's turned over. The Wildcats get called on the offside.
But every level you go up, it's probably at least a second quicker. You say, well, that's not much, but yes, it is. A read and react doesn't come as easy the higher you go up the ladder. There's Beauregard. From the side wing, Gallant, who has tied this hockey game up on the power play. It's going to squirt free. Here's Jordan Spence. Spence with a breakout feed for Hudson. And we have an icing call. 6:15 left in this second period. Again, we'll be on the air tomorrow night across the province of PEI on Ocean 100 and in parts of the Maritimes for those who like following junior hockey, major junior hockey in the Maritime region. Should be entertaining from TD Station in downtown St. John. Not sure how many they're allowed. They're allowed 2250 or approximately here at the Avenir Centre, and that's what they have here tonight. It's a sold-out game. And you look around, and you can't really tell with all the different colored seats. They've done a great job in the design of not basically having you think the building's, for the most part, 2/3 empty. This one in front now.
Easiest job building this rink is the seat installer. Just pick one and screw it down.
It's all, there's gray colors and black and red, and it's, again, it's tough on a quick look just to see where people are sitting. Again,
not going to be like the sea of blue.
Yes, no, that's for sure. Here's going to be Boyd through center ice. That pass is going to be a stray, and here's Noah Lowen inside his own zone. Lowen showing a physical presence here tonight. That will be his game this year. Now breaking it back up, LaBelle looking for the hat trick. And offside will be the call against the Moncton Wildcats.
Cormier trying to toss a pizza through the middle. That one's knocked out of the air. And Stammer and LaBelle, I mean, those guys have been bringing the offense here for the Wildcats, but it's 2-2 still for the Islanders. Halfway, 5:30 left in the second period, 11 shots on goal. Jim Holton's not going to like that stat. Jim Holton's the type of coach that wants pucks on net, and the Islanders just haven't. They've had their opportunity to find some shooting lanes and have tried to get a little bit fancy here, and they just got to get back to grinding it. The puck's deep. This isn't a finesse team. This is a hard-working, blue-collar type team, and that's how the goal by Kieran Gallant was tied up through hard work. You got to start getting some pucks on Lund Cornish.
Not to belabor the point, but we've already mentioned it. The one guy that's really stood out here offensively for Charlottetown is Casey. He's had a real strong 2 periods here for Charlottetown. I don't know how many shots he has been credited for, but the puck's been around him more than anybody else. And that's a great sign for Charlottetown if he gets out of the blocks quickly here. But you're looking for others to generate some pretty gifted opportunities as well. That line out there right now with Budgel, DeRusso, Casey, Lewandowski, and Trudeau. Cleared back in to our right where Ellis will take possession. We'll hand it off for Cedric DeRusso, who's been quiet here in the opening 2 periods of the season opener. Tries to find a seam, as that looked to be offside, and it will be, but the Isles will regroup. Moncton allowed to bring it back. Head faking back through center ice and in. There's Cormier, tries to lay it right off into the blue, and it'll be Ellis who will hand it off for Cedric DeRusso. Will soccer-style kick it to center ice. Olsen hands it back right in again. Cormier, and he a little peek pass through the front of the net, but everybody late for Moncton, nobody there to possess it as the puck is loose at center ice. Plandowski joins the play, fires the puck in off that right shoulder of Dakota Lund Cornish. 4:35 left in the opening period. Off the back wall and behind the Moncton net, we've got the Cats regrouping. They jumped out to a 2-0 lead, and the Islanders have battled back to tie it at 2 apiece here. And it is cleared all the way back down to our right, where the Islanders goaltender Colton Ellis in his road white black shoulder top jersey and harvest gold trimming will shut the play down.
The Islanders, of course, back on the road tomorrow evening in St. John against the Harbor Station. There's going to be some dandies against the Sea Dogs this year, and Game 1 starts off with the first radio broadcast of the year, Ocean 100 pregame show, 6:45. Thrilled to be back on the air with the Ocean 100 crew. Adam Michael James, they're bringing in
talent to get you and I through the broadcast, big guy. Here's Beauregard, tries to snake his way in. Up top, off the left shoulder.
Big Darcy Campbell out of the bullpen to help out. Craig Foster will be on the first intermission.
And the biggest challenge of the night is Craig Foster trying to explain how things are going to get done. There is a theory and a philosophy, and it is what it is for COVID-19. Everybody's trying to work to the best of their abilities to accommodate the people as best as they can.
Maybe we should bypass and go straight to the brain, and that's Katie Ramsey. Get her on.
She has worked very, very hard, by the way. Very hard, as always. Shot, that one had a bit of a seeing eye opportunity.
It's on net, it's 3-2.
Yep, it is. As it got through and by everybody but wide of the goal. Richard tries to stride in again. Puck is kept in from 64 feet off the blue line. Nudged down low again as we have no allowing. Looking for Cormier, tries to chip it out. Isles end up with it. Here they come back the other way, crisscrossing. Here's going to be Oliver. Tries to feed the puck in. Back right the other way is Langlois. He takes a look. Cormier tries to tie him up. He'll nudge him against the far corner. The puck is going to come loose. Tight angle shot by Stewart. Doesn't hit the net. D-to-D pass. Stewart off that high left point now. Down low again, Stewart for Moncton. Looking for a bit of a chance to drive the play down into the corner. Does come loose. Langlois back to the high right point for Jordan Spence. No seam there. There, Stewart tries to turn around and bring it back right off in front in close quarters. But is not going to get the shot away. There's a shot by Spence, easily gloved short side by Colton Ellis, and he will hold on.
Third straight penalty coming here to the Wildcats as Noah Lowen takes a composite Bauer twig to the chicklets. And Lowen looking for blood. Mont LeBlanc, the referee in close, didn't see it, but Josh DeYoung, a high one, calls it. And so the Islanders 0 for 2 in the power play. We'll get an opportunity here to take the lead with 3:11 to go here in this second period. To me, everything's got to go through Cormier.
Yeah, well, that's the game plan.
He's got a chance to score 30 goals here. Great shot. Get some traffic in front and let her pound.
Here's Budgel. He'll win it back for Cormier. Back for Plendowski. To Casey for Budgel. Right off in front. He tries to go crease wide with it. And it's up over the stick of Cormier, who took a look. He'll protect the puck. And now Moncton shorthanded will try to drift it to the goal as they try to regroup inside the Islanders zone. LeBlanc's being worked on by Cormier. It is going to be yanked free, and here comes Oscar Plendowski. Center drive off the left wing. Here's Casey again with speed. Tries to ward off a check, and he's knocked down as the net has been relocated in back of Dakota Lund-Cornish. And we've got the stoppage in play.
Face-off coming back outside. The referee not having anything of it. Casey just a good play with Stewart trying to drive to the front. Stewart, he likes to chat. Chatting with Casey. Casey just kind of skates away. But Plendowski on the tape. Casey with speed to the outside, and that's where Thomas Casey can expose players. Speed to the outside, cuts to the middle. Good defensive play made there by Sean Stewart.
Islanders will stand pat with 1:23 left on the power play for Charlottetown, their third straight all in this middle frame. Cormier. He's got possession now. Little fadeaway pass, eventually onto the stick of Cedric DeRusso. Quick snapped in by Casey along the wall. There's Plendowski. Hands it back for Cedric DeRusso. Leans into it. And with the bottleneck off in front, doesn't get through. Back for DeRusso again to Cormier from the center point. Steps in, fires a shot. That one off the pillows of the goaltender. Into the far corner to Dakota Lund-Cornish's glove side. Isles in the fringe. Back for Cormier. For Plendowski. He's going to curl up high. Back for Cormier. Little play by Cormier to try to bring it into the middle high slot area and deflect it out of play. That's a nice combination, Plendowski and Cormier.
Right, two offensive defensemen, and for Plendowski, big opportunity here playing with this top unit. And Plendowski was set up on a one-timer earlier on in this period, just whiffed on it. But I mean, it's all about, you know, you can practice all you want at UPEI, but when it comes game time, a little bit tougher to thread the needle. And for Cormier, that's his. He's a hard, low shot, lets it go. Traffic in front, Lund-Cornish helps when you're 6'3", 6'4". Gets the pad out.
Quick D-to-D pass, trying to knock it down as Lowen. Still 35 seconds. Lots of time left on the power play, except when there's an errant pass like that. It ends up loose back at center ice. Oliver tries to turn it back in again. Moncton quickly. There's Spence, the veteran. Third year now in the Q. He's been outstanding at every level that he's played at. Here's William Trudeau to the outside. LeBlanc along the wing side. Trudeau will play the puck in. Knocked down with a high stick. And what's he saying here?
Yeah, Justin Gill with a high stick, didn't even touch it. Regardless, the puck will come back outside the Wildcat zone, and the Islanders look 8 seconds ago, 0 for 3 on the power play.
I find in these broadcasts, in this part of the hockey business, Corey, that no matter whether we disagree with it or not, it doesn't make much difference.
Not usually.
The on-ice call seems to stay. So 8 seconds left before this penalty winds down. Islanders potentially going 0 for 3 in the game so far. Trudeau. And Lowen was going to anchor the puck back in again. Off the side dasher, there's Spence. Down to 1 minute left here. There's Drew Johnston off the back wall and behind the Moncton net. Curls it this way for Drew Elliott. Elliott, he tries to do a little shimmy shake down low and leaves the puck behind. Johnston tries to forecheck. Nice read and react by Drew Johnston, but just late a touch. Couldn't come up with the puck. Right back in again. Here's Stewart as Daou is with him. And Stewart lets it go wide on that stick side of the goaltender, Colton Ellis. 2-2. Isles here scoring the second period's only goal to this point to tie it. It's 2-1 after 1. And now we've got the right arm of the official back up again. Moncton could be going to the sin bin for their 4th straight penalty as Jordan Spence.
Beauregard's going too.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, Spence and Beauregard. So we've got the Isles and Moncton playing at 4 apiece, and we, you and I certainly find that Zach Beauregard is a team favorite, but you'll take that
trade off.
Yep, anytime.
Yeah.
Spence gone for Moncton. So it'll be 4-on-4 for the final 26 seconds.
Jordan Spence looked good in the Islanders' back end, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would look pretty good.
He'll be a hot commodity come the Christmas trade deadline.
In back. Forche. Landowski's in the hustle for the puck. There's Cormier trying to knife it out. Comes loose between the 2 red rings off in front. Tight angle shot. And the Isles trying to bring it back with 3 seconds left. Jared up is going to be the Islanders' net as coming across block at a glove side to react as Colton Ellis, and the net has been set ajar and the play blowing back down again.
Well, the Islanders fouled down 2-0 in the first period. A late goal on a breakaway by Thomas Casey made it a 1-goal game, and then Kieran Gallant Johnny on the spot here in the second period. Islanders have had opportunities on the power play. They've been more dangerous 5-on-5 than they have been with the man advantage. Colton Ellis has settled in. Real strong second period here. 9 saves.
Isles with 8 shots in the period. 13 after 40. 9, as Corey just indicated, for Moncton. 16 after 40 as well for the Moncton Wildcats. So the Isles so far in the game 0 for 3 with the power play. All 3 opportunities coming in that second period. Moncton 1 for 1 in the first period, 0 for 1 in the second, so 1 for 2 after 40 on the power play. Isles, you got LaBelle with 2 goals opening up the scoring here tonight for the Moncton Wildcats. And then they have Casey with his first and Gallant with his first. Budgel, Cedric DeRusso, Maynard. I'm not sure whether there's a secondary assist on that tying goal in the middle frame or not, but the Isles halfway through that second period on a 5-on-5 play tie the game up off the stick of Gallant to knot it up after 40 by the score of 2 apiece. But Islanders in that second period with the only goal of the period. Your thoughts?
Well, just staying with it. The Islanders staying with it and getting back to their game. And, you know, they're always a much better team when they're forechecking. Working the puck down low and behind the goal line. Ryan Maynard created that goal by dragging it down low and working it in behind the goal. Use their size to their advantage. Try to wear the Wildcats down and then get pucks in the Lund Cornish's feet. Rebound comes out, and Kieran Gallant is able to tuck one home here. You don't have to have the highlight reel plays here. I mean, I know it's game 1. I know it's junior hockey. They're young boys. They're fired up. Young men, I should say. They're fired up and ready to play. A lot of nerves in the lineup here as well on both sides here, so to be expected through 40 minutes. But you know what? The pace has been good. The intensity has been there. Just feels great to be back at the rink.
For the Islanders, as we said in the second period, only 5 wins last season when trailing and being scored upon first. They've come back to tie this one at 2 apiece after 40. What do the Islanders have to do in this third period to pull out a win here on the road?
Well, I just think, you know, your best players have to be your best players, and I thought Colton Ellis was that for the Islanders in the second period when the Wildcats had a couple of opportunities. You know, this Wildcats team is an opportunistic team here as well. You want to make sure that they're in front of you and not behind you. And offensively, like I just talked about before, make sure pucks are getting deep. They can wear down and win board battles, win puck battles, and just try to get pucks on net. I mean, through 2 periods of play, only having 13, 14 shots on goal just isn't going to cut it here. They need to get 15 shots plus in the third period.
Just a final thought, Corey. Obviously, I've talked about Casey and his opportunities here. You've talked about Ellis warming up to the game here in the second period. Beyond those two players, Ellis and Casey, who have you liked for the Islanders here?
I've liked Noah Lowen on the back end. I mean, he's been steady Eddie, and Kieran Gallant just brings that complete effort every time. Zach Beauregard as well. Brett Budgell has been good defensively, offensively. De Rousseau was better there in the second period, but those are the big guys that have to carry. You can't expect guys like Kieran Gallant, guys like Ben Boyd, guys like Sam Oliver, to Drew Elliott to pull the weight. They're young kids. You need your veterans to step up. It's a 19 and a 20-year-old league. Those are the players that have to pull it, and we'll see what they can bring in period number 3.
So Casey in the first period, Gallant in the second, and the Islanders have come back after trailing in the opening period 2-0. After 40, it's a 2-2 hockey game. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for period number 3.
Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
In a world where loving golf and burgers are not mutually exclusive, one restaurant dares to be different. Hunters at the Fox, starring the Double Bogey Burger. It's an action-packed burger with 2 4-ounce island beef patties, maple bacon, white cheddar, tangy barbecue aioli, onion rings, lettuce and tomato, and topped with an Oreo cream cheese golf ball. Yes, the Double Bogey Burger is one double feature you don't want to miss in this year's PEI Burger Love. Hunters at the Fox at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Rated E for everyone.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And Auto Trader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL.
Family fun and food. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. Bring grocery shopping this Thanksgiving weekend. Bring your family festivities to the next level. Just add locally made ADL products to your grocery cart. Butter, milk, dairy aisle cheese, and who can forget the ice cream? Support Island Dairy Farm families as you taste the difference in ADL products. This Thanksgiving, are ADL products in your grocery cart?
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL. ADL.
Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio. More Charlottetown Islanders exciting QMJHL hockey action up next. Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
In a world where loving golf and burgers are not mutually exclusive, one restaurant dares to be different. Hunters at the Fox, starring the Double Bogey Burger. It's an action-packed burger with 2 4-ounce island beef patties, maple bacon, white cheddar, tangy barbecue aioli, onion rings, lettuce and tomato, and topped with an Oreo cream cheese golf ball. Yes, the Double Bogey Burger is one double feature you don't want to miss in this year's PEI Burger Love. Hunters at the Fox at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Rated E for everyone.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And Auto Trader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL.
Family fun and food. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. We're grocery shopping this Thanksgiving weekend. Bring your family festivities to the next level. Just add locally made ADL products to your grocery cart. Butter, milk, dairy aisle cheese, and who can forget the ice cream? Support Island Dairy Farm families as you taste the difference in ADL products. This Thanksgiving, are ADL products in your grocery cart?
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL. ADL.
Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio. More Charlottetown Islanders exciting QMJHL hockey action up next. Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
In a world where loving golf and burgers are not mutually exclusive, one restaurant dares to be different. Hunters at the Fox, starring the Double Bogey Burger. It's an action-packed burger with 2 4-ounce island beef patties, maple bacon, white cheddar, tangy barbecue aioli, onion rings, lettuce and tomato, and topped with an Oreo cream cheese golf ball. Yes, the Double Bogey Burger is one double feature you don't want to miss in this year's PEI Burger Love. Hunters at the Fox at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Rated E for everyone.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And Auto Trader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL.
Family fun and food. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. We're grocery shopping this Thanksgiving weekend. Bring your family festivities to the next level. Just add locally made ADL products to your grocery cart. Butter, milk, dairy aisle cheese, and who can forget the ice cream? Support Island Dairy Farm families as you taste the difference in ADL products. This Thanksgiving, are ADL products in your grocery cart?
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL. ADL.
Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio. More Charlottetown Islanders exciting QMJHL hockey action up next. Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
In a world where loving golf and burgers are not mutually exclusive, one restaurant dares to be different. Hunters at the Fox, starring the Double Bogey Burger. It's an action-packed burger with 2 4-ounce island beef patties, maple bacon, white cheddar, tangy barbecue aioli, onion rings, lettuce and tomato, and topped with an Oreo cream cheese golf ball. Yes, the Double Bogey Burger is one double feature you don't want to miss in this year's PEI Burger Love. Hunters at the Fox at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Rated E for everyone.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And Auto Trader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL.
Family fun and food. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. We're grocery shopping this Thanksgiving weekend. Bring your family festivities to the next level. Just add locally made ADL products to your grocery cart. Butter, milk, dairy aisle cheese, and who can forget the ice cream? Support Island Dairy Farm families as you taste the difference in ADL products. This Thanksgiving, are ADL products in your grocery cart?
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL. ADL.
Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio. More Charlottetown Islanders exciting QMJHL hockey action up next. Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
In a world where loving golf and burgers are not mutually exclusive, one restaurant dares to be different. Hunters at the Fox, starring the Double Bogey Burger. It's an action-packed burger with 2 4-ounce island beef patties, maple bacon, white cheddar, tangy barbecue aioli, onion rings, lettuce and tomato, and topped with an Oreo cream cheese golf ball. Yes, the Double Bogey Burger is one double feature you don't want to miss in this year's PEI Burger Love. Hunters at the Fox at Fox Meadow Golf Course in Stratford. Rated E for everyone.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And Auto Trader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL.
Family fun and food. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. We're grocery shopping this Thanksgiving weekend. Bring your family festivities to the next level. Just add locally made ADL products to your grocery cart. Butter, milk, dairy aisle cheese, and who can forget the ice cream? Support Island Dairy Farm families as you taste the difference in ADL products. This Thanksgiving, are ADL products in your grocery cart?
Island lady, you can tell it comes from a good place, ADL. ADL.
Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio. We're back with more Charlottetown Islanders Fair Isle Ford Isles Radio.
Welcome back to the Avenir Centre, downtown Moncton. The Isles and the Moncton Wildcats right now. Nip and tuck in a 2-2 hockey game. Isles trail 2-0 early into the opening first period. They pick up one late in period number one off the stick of Thomas Casey to make it a 2-1 game. They got the game's only goal in the second period, and it's going to be off the stick of Gallant to knot it up after 40. The Islanders last year, Corey, were 13-0-3 when trailing after 2. That's a pretty strong record. I think that goaltending, you're sort of going to rely when you got that big-time goaltending and the likes of Matty Welsh, you can press for that lead. And
13-0-2 when tied after 2 or trailing after 2?
When tied after 2, 13-0-3.
Wow.
13-0-3 when tied after.
Someone's not getting paid enough to keep these stats.
Ah, man, I'll tell you what. I just took them off my Cape Breton file as we were on the bus. Oh, my. Anyway.
Did we invoice for that weekend? Or?
Yeah, we did, but Craig shut us down.
We're cut down to 2 periods tonight.
Craig would not take any emails from you or I at the end of the season for about a month.
Take your pizza and go home.
Yep, at least the free pizza box. Nevertheless, the Islanders attacking here in this third period. On your dial, left to right, and here comes Casey right back in again, looking for Cormier, who had control of it momentarily, sends it back. Here's Lown with an attempted shot. That one off the leggings of the goaltender. As we've got both teams playing 4-on-4 here. Another 50 seconds left in this 4-on-4 situation. Here's Cormier. He again shuts the play down. He's going to go to the goal, fires, and again knocked aside by the goaltender, Lund Cornish, who has had some heated action early in the opening minute of play around him as the Isles look for their first lead of the game.
Good push there. Lucas Cormier keeps it in at the blue line. Had Casey open, but I don't mind the shot. Tried to get Lund Cornish sneaking, thinking pass. And he had an opening. He was frustrated with himself. He just didn't find it.
You and I haven't had a chance really to watch this team much in preseason. So they tell us that Cormier has had a terrific training camp. There's a shot knocked down off the shoulder of the goaltender, Lund Cornish. As we have Daou, tries to go to the inside seam, leaves the puck behind at the blue line. Here comes Budgel down that right side, navigates the play along the wall. Oscar Plondowski right off in front with a lip of the goal crease pass that goes astray in everybody. Plondowski, we talked about him so far in the game. He's looked certainly confident. As we've got Daou on the lead feed. His across the ring pass broken up by Drew Elliott. Elliott tries to drive his way, muscle his way down along the wall. Tries to feed it off in front. Daou now has control. Quick snap pass all the way down. Play will stay on side as Ellis rattles it around the wall again. Here's Gallant inside his own zone. Feathers one across. Here's Hamel joining the play in front of the penalty box. He'll scoop the puck back in. Glove side corner of Dakota Lund Cornish. Tapped by Moncton outside of their own blue line. Trying to get to it. LaBelle fleet-footed in off that right wing. Sets it back and broken back up again on the backdoor pass. Here come the Islanders right back in again. Gill tries to feed it across for Gallant as the puck is off the end boards. Down along that far corner of the glove side of the goaltender, Lund Cornish. Sent across by Cormier. Here's LaBelle. LaBelle's got some pretty happy feet out there.
Confidence, too. Your first game, you scored 2 goals.
Man, I guess
feet
so.
Feet feel a whole lot lighter.
As the puck is whistled down in the play, as the official has blown the play, and he's blown the play dead here. The penalty box door is open for Moncton, it looks like. And the Isles will enjoy their 4th straight power play.
You got to cash here on one of these.
Loshi, and you know, and this is the one you got to cash in, because that swing of 4 straight,
they're going the other way here soon.
Soon it's going the other way. So the power play, which has a lot of its key pieces back from last year, where the power play was 18.7 in league play, it was 12th in the league. And we've got the Isles with possession right off in front of dribbler that leaks wide. Back is Blendowski for Cormier, backpedaling across the ice for Cedric DeRusso. He looks, fires a shot, rebound, low glove side, trying to get to it is going to be Budgel. Regroups, high off that right point, middle blue line. There's Cormier again now, top of the left circle from Blendowski. As he'll do a little spinorama to the half wing left side, near point. Back for Cormier again, snapshot, that one is off a legging. And Moncton will try to drill it out, but it's deflected out of play for a stoppage in play. Not a lot of crisp, quick snapness on this power play to this point, but it is game 1.
Yeah. Tough to get too critical here.
Exactly. Yeah.
44 minutes into the season. I'd take a sloppy pass on the road than sitting at home any day of the week.
Yep. The nice thing is most of those pieces on the power play are back off of last season. There's going to be Budgel off in front, just couldn't receive. Blendowski is going to ward off a check, and he will hand it back for a curling Cedric DeRusso. Up center he comes, wide to the outside. Rolls off a check, drags it in back off the trapezoid. Looking for Blendowski, nice pass between the legs, and this one is going to be charged back down the far side, 2-on-1. Here's Forte, nice play by Cormier to shut down the play on an interception. As he glues himself to the ice, Lucas Cormier. Isles in a 2-2 hockey game. Does a little stutter step at the offensive blue line. Tries to hit the trailer, and the puck is kept in by Lowen. He'll go ice wide. To Casey, who looks, sends it across for Cedric DeRusso. Right down off in front. That one tucked aside by Dakota Lund-Cornish quickly. Here's Lowen. Sets it back up again for Cormier. For DeRusso, right off in front, between the legs, and shutting the door on that one is Dakota Lund-Cornish on almost an in-off right to the front step, but again squeezing the pads together is Lund-Cornish.
Well, that's the play they're looking for. High man in the slot, slap pass across, and Casey redirects at Lund-Cornish, his best save of the game. That was labeled through the 5-hole, but Lund-Cornish is able to squeeze the blades together just in time to keep it a 2-2 game.
Oliver tries to get to it. Trying to step in is Trudeau. And an interference call.
And there's the tide you were talking about. And so Oliver will head to the penalty box for interference, and it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey here in 22 seconds time.
So we've got Moncton with that power play. Corey said 22 seconds for a 4-on-4 play. And Moncton with a $1.38 of manpower advantage, their third power play of the game. Trying to take their second lead in a 2-2 game. Isles have trailed throughout, or tied it. They've never had the lead. There's Trudeau toppling down. In the snow stake there is Lowen. Again, it's 4-on-4 as we have Trudeau dips by one at his own line. Through center ice, trying to bust in is Patrick LeBlanc. Tight angle shot, almost found an opening as he plays it off the left arm and chest protector. Just a little bit of opening there, but again, Dakota Lund-Cornish will hold on.
He put the puck on net, good things will happen, and Patty LeBlanc, I mean, he's a guy that the Islanders are looking to take that next step this year, and good speed through and doesn't give up on it. Backhand attempt, bad angle, and you're right, that nearly caught the elbow and in.
So again now the Islanders for 4 seconds of 4-on-4 play, then Moncton with their third power play. Islanders 0 for 4 with the power play here tonight. Moncton 1 for 2. Here's Daou. He'll scoop one, and intercepting is going to be Beauregard. Tries to dangle with it at the offensive blue line, then wrists one wide, low glove side. Isles trying to get to it. Gallant. He's like a pit bull and a pork chop type player, as he is a puck hound. As the puck now inside the Moncton zone. Through center ice. will be Hudson. Puck is dug free and then spanked all the way back down again by the Islanders' Thomas Casey. On the power play, 50 seconds left in it. Through center ice is Spence. Little threaded pass up off that right wing, eventually back to Spence for Daou. Boards wide the other way, right off in front. Was fortunate they couldn't get him the puck. On the lip of the goal type pass. And Doug Frey and Cormier finds a seam, and he'll play it back to center ice outside of the Moncton line. Cats try to bring it back in again. Cormier again responds. Finds the puck on the stick and sends it all the way back down again. Angled by Lund Cornish, looking for Daou. Casey out for the Islanders. Lowen, big part of the game. Budgel and Anthony Hamel. Hamel curls back inside his own zone. Pass is blocked. Again, dug off in front. LaBelle tries to kick it to a teammate in front of the goaltender Ellis. Finally, Casey. He'll send it all the way back down again. So the Islanders will kill off that third power play of the Moncton Wildcats. Here's LeBlanc right back in again. Drives in, fires a shot. Ellis is going to deny that one. Trying to bank it out as Brett Budgel. Felix Tremblay now. In back of the goal line, off that right corner. Both teams trying to brush it free. Working it on the edge, back to the near point. There's a drive by Berube. That one is snuffed out off in front. Budgel lays it back outside of the Islanders line. Breaking it up, Olsen is going to try to force the issue again. 12:40 left in regulation time. Moncton with 2 goals in the opening period. Isles with 1 in the first and 1 in the second. Gill is eventually going to have success in getting it cleared to center ice. Stretch pass right side. Along that right wing and in is Elliott now. There's a shot. Having trouble with it is going to be Dakota Lund Cornish. He swatted at it like a butterfly floating around off in front. Finally, he's going to freeze frame it and hold on.
And that's what gets you excited about Drew Elliott. In stride, down the wing, barreling towards the goal, and he's got a hard shot. Lets it rip, and where does he go? Beeline, straight to the puck.
Now he's got some giddy up on that shot. As you just said, and when you're a goaltender, you're waiting most likely for the shooter to lean back and lean off that back leg to release a shot. And he seems to be able to do it in full stride off the front foot, which is a little bit more difficult type save for a goaltender to get a feel for.
Islanders pushing here, and you know this is the type of hockey game that we're going to see 55 times this year.
Yes. Yeah.
Low scoring, grind it. You get into the third period, it feels like you're in overtime.
Shots on goal in this third period, 8-1 in favor of Charlottetown. Which would
Lund Cornish has been sharp.
Yeah, what Corey has indicated here. So Charlottetown pressing for the lead in the game. It would be their first. Beauregard out, along with LeBlanc, Trudeau, Landowski, and Gallant. With the puck drop to the left of Dakota Lund Cornish. Yeah, they got 1:21 left on the clock. So we're missing about 10 minutes, I would think. 12:15 now. So there we go. Puck drop again to the left of Lund Cornish. Isles remain intact. TD Station tomorrow night. Ocean 100 for the Islanders' second game of the season. Charlottetown opening up this year because of COVID-19 commitments with 6 straight on the road. There's a drive, tipped off in front, trickles wide, bounce off, but not into the net as the Isles try to angle it home off of Dakota Lund Cornish on a grip and a rip feed off in front off the stick of Patrick LeBlanc.
Good hard one-time shot by Plandowski. Trudeau And Planowski playing their off wing, and you're right, Patrick LeBlanc in behind the goal trying to carbon copy of the Wildcats opener. I have in mind Patrick's game here tonight.
I watched, got some glimpses of the preseason, and he looked to be, you don't want to overuse the word confidence, but man, it's a big part of the real world.
No matter in
what
life.
you do. In life, yeah. It's the bottom line. It's a game changer.
I mean, he's a guy that's always scored and put up points, and then you go to fighting it and finally getting your first goal. And now it's time to take the next step. I mean, he's a skilled player. He's always been a star amongst his peers on the ice. And some guys take it, some guys find it at different stages. Some guys don't find it at all. It's not a given. You got to work at it. And for LeBlanc, he's always had the vision and playmaking ability. It's about confidence and
strength. In life, no matter what you do, you get noticed for either not working or working. And obviously, you can take whatever route you want, but those who work the hardest seem to have the most success. So here we go, the goalpost area to the glove side of Dakota Lund-Cornish. Being drilled on to solidify it a little bit more. So the Islanders with 6 straight on the road. In fact, let's see, 10 straight on the road. How many preseason games were there? 4?
More than 4 or 5, maybe.
5 preseason games. 11 straight on the road for the Charlottetown Islanders before they come home to Craig Foster's Palace. Here's Plendowski. In back to the outside. Stick side of the goaltender, Lund-Cornish, who looks off that right shoulder. There's a shot snapped at as the puck came loose and right on the stick of LeBlanc that Corey was just talking about. But it's up over the iron. Trudeau tries to scoop it back in again. And it goes back inside the Moncton zone. Played through center ice. Richard has worked along the wall. Here's Plendowski. He'll relay it around on the curl around along the far boards. Isles will try to get it out. They do through center ice. LeBlanc looked in back, but just couldn't find the puck in his stick. Richard tries to drift it back in again. There's Trudeau. Nudges it back through center, or eventually they were looking through center for Gallant, but he doesn't get the pass through. Trudeau again, little shuffle shake with it and fires the puck back to the Moncton line. Relaying it back the other way. Here's Forche. Try to hit somebody in the backside off the side of the net. There's Casey. Now again, the puck eventually is loose off in front. Into traffic. Forche turns, loses the puck as it's ripped away. Moncton will try to keep it in. Back onto the stick. Has no allowance. Is going to send Cedric DeRusso back the other way. 3-on-3 the other way. As DeRusso chips it down low for Budgel. He tries to work the puck to the goal line. Kept in by Cormier. He dangles by one. Scoops it off to the side of the net. Cedric DeRusso and a curl around, and the puck is loose off in front, but no white jerseys there. All the way back down to our left. 15 seconds away from the halfway point of the third period. Here's Lowen. Rocks and rolls through center ice and dishes the puck back in again. As the Cats on the wall side left wing will try to bring it through center ice. They enter inside the offensive zone. There's a pass that is astray, and we've got Drew Johnston, who will look to try to park it back inside the Moncton zone. Berube in back. Will dish off a handoff pass that is broken up as Tremblay tries to possess it high off that right point. Puck is up over his stick. Moncton again will try to bring it back from the right. Berube to center ice, no further. LeBlanc in traffic. Again, loops it in between hops. The save will be made by Dakota Lund-Cornish. 9:17 remaining in regulation time. Shots on goal, 21-18. Isles have been outshot all the way along here until the third period. As Corey said, he expected a big push by the Islanders to take their first lead. We've seen that. As far as territorial play and shots on goal are concerned, nothing on the board to separate this 2-2 tie here right now.
Well, for the Islanders, it's, and you got to give credit to the Wildcats. I mean, defensively, they've tightened things up here a little bit, but for the Islanders, they're getting pucks deep and going to work on the forecheck.
Shots on goal 9-2 in favor of the Charlottetown Islanders here in the third period. 22-18 overall. So as the game moves along, the Islanders are pressing harder for a road win here. More and more guys are getting more touches here right now. It's just not one or two guys. So the play will resume to the right. Up to Dakota Lund-Cornish. Beauregard is out. LeBlanc, Gallant, off the back end, Trudeau and Plendowski. Draw one by Charlottetown. Snapshot there by Trudeau.
Oh, everything on that. That's the message coming from Jim Holton. Let it go. Good job by the Wildcat defender. Get a shin pad on it, deflected up into the play.
When you're looking at offense for the Islanders this season, there is an expectation that there's going to be some offense off this blue line. Obviously with Cormier there, but you're looking at Trudeau, Plendowski, Lowen. And a give and go. Here's Trudeau right back in again. Inside the Moncton zone, the Cats will come back with it through center ice. Plendowski tries to strip his man off the puck. Hit hard as Beauregard by Stewart. And the Cats will drift the puck inside the Islanders zone. Trudeau. Back for Plendowski. Trudeau pretty strong in his skates, Corey. Seems to be able to absorb these hits.
Underrated.
Yeah.
Really underrated.
Never seems to be too far or too much in trouble here.
Heady.
Yeah. Has a feel there that makes him pretty comfortable out there. LaBelle tries to drift it off in front. Trudeau coming in the P.O. Joseph trade as a throw-in. Man, what a...
Could be the biggest piece of all.
Might be the biggest piece of all. Or more certainly the more valued. He'll be back again next year. Next year is his draft year. Stealing, trying to bring it in, is going to be the Wildcats trying to drive there. Stammer, as we have Elliott back. He's going to cradle and control and loses possession just at the logo. Luce back in again to the outside, right off in front, right through the paint. High for Spence off that mid-right point. There's a shot that goes wide. Bounces on a comebacker off the end boards. And we've got no allowance striding back for the Islanders. Tries to muscle up off that left wing. He's lodged along the wall pretty good as the puck is freed up, and we've got Paven trying to take repossession for Moncton inside the Isle zone is where he'll play it right off in front, man, right off in front, and that doesn't miss by much as Gabriel Fortier was there trying to give Moncton their second lead. Finally knocked down and bunted down by Drew Johnston. He'll angle it off down that left side as Moncton will regroup. 6:50 now left.
Isles dodged a couple bullets.
Yes,
sloppy
they do.
In their own end.
There's a shot, they score! Just like that, as we were talking about Lucas Cormier trying to come up with a big goal. He is going to fire a shot that seems to get through Dakota Lund-Cornish. Let's check this now as it'll be Cormier coming off the wall. Shallow left circle. And he finds it, I do believe, up over the right shoulder.
Short side.
Short side.
How often have we seen Lucas Cormier down behind the dots in the offensive zone? And that's why his name's going to be called fairly early here this week. Next week, I should say. Cormier steps in, a bad angle shot. Lund-Cornish, though. He goes down early, but Cormier, he picks it.
That was a snipe shot.
And not much room to put it in there.
No. Unassisted by Lucas Cormier. So the Isles have their first lead. As we have a 3-2 game. Lucas Cormier unassisted. Hamel is looking for...
Looking who caught him.
Gee whiz. He is, man, oh man, he's a competitive player.
It's a hit to the head. Hudson. He's in and around it. 4 minutes. 4 minutes, 2 minutes. I think it showed 4, but tell ya, Hudson's on the ice. He finishes everything. It's a dangerous one. Anybody other than Anthony Hamel, we're probably scraping him off the ice right now.
Yeah, he's a tank. And he enjoys that element of...
Back up. He's just looking for someone.
He had the radar on trying to find out...
trying to get the signal.
Trying to get
Toon back in.
Where's the Wi-Fi? As it's the Islanders again now. Here's
Or a spider calls it lasers.
Lasers. As the puck is on a bank off in front right into the blue. Now we've got Stewart trying to create something in back of the goaltender, Lund Cornish. He's an old-time player style-wise. That's why the fans, they like him.
Hudson, I'd take him.
Yep. He's not big.
Competes.
Yep. So we've got 1:49 left on the Islanders' power play with 5:58 left in regulation time. Score 3-2. Isles lead for the first time. Casey, Gallant, and Cormier. As Casey and Budgel try to lead it back for Lucas Cormier. His snapshot, that one is knocked down. Pushed along the wall for Plendowski. Mid-blue line, Cormier with a drive. This one stepped off in front and into the lunch pail of the goaltender. The save will be made by Lund Cornish right at the front door of the goal crease, and no rebound given up.
A heavy shot by Cormier on the one-timer. Lund Cornish able to find it. The key is, as you said, sealing it up and hold on. The Islanders looking to pounce on the rebound.
Islanders with their 25th shot. One shot short of having the same amount of shot total in this third period as they did after 40. At 13 shots after 40, they get 25 now. Landowski dishes it back again for Cormier. And Cedric DeRusso from 40 feet. He turned out, looks to go laterally, back for Cormier again. Touch pass, DeRusso with a shot. Rebound in front, Ned's open, they score! Islanders are going to score their fourth straight with Casey. Nothing but net as the puck comes loose to the front of the net on Dakota Lund Cornish. And the power play gets on the trolley tracks, 1 for 5. As we've got Casey with his second goal of the game and season. It's a power play goal coming at the 14:33 mark.
Now Cormier, they try to take the shot away. Look at the lane that's opened up here for DeRusso. He lets it go, and big rebound out. And Casey and Budgel both there, and it's Casey through the 5-hole Lund Cornish, and that's a big insurance goal right there with 5:27 to go here in this third period.
So Casey with a 2-goal game. Cedric DeRusso with a 2-assist game. And I'm guessing that Cormier has a goal and assist.
And the Nets having a hard time hanging on in the $100 million arena here in Moncton.
So we'll do the, they're going to, I remember one year, a couple of years ago, we were in Cape Breton, Corey. You and I were doing games. And they had to, in fact, call the start of a game, and they played it the next night.
When's Hal and Paulie and Peggy getting skates to come on the ice at the Eastlink Center?
Helmet and shield.
Big fella doesn't know what's going on here.
Which post is it?
He was looking both ways, and now
Yeah, we're not going to dig out the ice, though, are we? Or we're not going to dig it up off the blue line.
Oh, this guy coming flying down the wing.
Snowplow stuff, and hold on. So the Islanders have come back with 4 straight. They're looking a little bit more comfortable offensively as the game moves along here. We talked about Thomas Casey, and he just scored the 4th goal of the game. He had a real strong opening period, had 3 gifted opportunities, eventually with 1, but there wasn't an awful lot to pick out there. But as the game has gone along, others have, as Corey has noted, Cedric DeRusso, not a strong opening period, but he's got a 2-point game going here right now. Lucas Cormier has come to light here in the 3rd with a goal and an assist as well. Lewandowski has handled the puck on a consistent basis here tonight. Trudeau is looking more comfortable. So the Islanders, they're a little bit like the Blue Jays. They're playing without a home to start the preseason and the regular season. As we said, I think it'll total up to about 11 straight games on the road.
Playing without a home. Jays went to Buffalo. Could the Islanders go to Belfast or Bedeck? The Potato Dome in Belfast?
Yes.
Or the 90-degree corners in Bedeck?
Anyway, they are going to be home October the 23rd, I do believe.
Just getting all sanitized down, ISLES Centre.
Craig Foster's doing the finger test.
Not in the big rush to get the ice in.
There's other duties and responsibilities that Foster has put a list on. So we got 5:20 left. Busy time at the ISLES Centre in Charlottetown. Renovations taking place as well. I think, Corey, as we take this commercial on the commercial,
broadcaster's treat.
Yeah.
You spend 3 minutes fixing the ice, and then 10 seconds later, let's take another 45-second timeout.
Now tomorrow night in Ocean 100, this will be
that's the money-making time.
That's the money-making time in play. There's no doubt about that. But they tell us that you and I might need directions on where we're potentially working. St. John Sea Dogs and the Acadie Bathurst Titan 3-3.
Oh, as long as you got the hub, we can work from anywhere.
Yes, that's for sure. But they tell us that there's some nice renovations taking place, that perhaps not all people going to the games, when they do get to the games, will notice, but there are some improvements taking place there. Scheduled for, I do believe, at some point, new glass, new boards, new scoreboard. And a press box at some point as well. So off the face-off. Hudson tries to skip one off in front. There's Dow again. Nice play. Nice play by Maynard.
Nice defensive
Nice play defensively by Maynard and a sweep check there.
He's looked steady.
He hasn't done himself any damage in this game.
You know Moncton's going to start taking chances here now. Down 2.
If they don't, it's game over.
Yeah.
Lund Cornish tries to spin it around. Here's Forche inside his own blue line. He'll go rink wide to Jordan Spence. Tries to roll off a check. Puck is airlifted. Still to center ice. Tapped out by Moncton inside the Islanders zone. Tremblay pounds it off the left wing boards to center ice. Drilled back in again by the Cats. 4:20 left in regulation time. Isles trail 2-0. They have scored 4 straight. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 here in the third. As Patrick LeBlanc inside the Moncton zone tries to protect the puck. That the Wildcats will stride back through center ice. Stammer will turn it over. Right back in again. As Oliver was knocked down, there's a shot and a save made by goaltender Lund Cornish. Regathering back up again. Here's LaBelle. Moncton's best player offensively here with 2 goals. Trying to keep it in. Kluche, that's off his right skate. Golfed at by the Islanders to center ice. Olsen right back in again. Trouble controlling. Has it back onto his stick. Trouble again. Steps in, fires a shot. That one off the pads of the goaltender, Colton Ellis. Auspicious start for Ellis on the first shot of the game on an in-off. But he's been strong ever since. he is very much an equalizer here in the queue. So much of this team sport is relied on goaltending. And it seems like Jim Holton and his management crew, the hockey ops side and the business ops side of the Islanders, know the importance of goaltending. Matty Welsh and
Jim Holton's famous line, show me a good goaltender, I'll show you a good coach.
With a longer contract. Great possibilities for extensions when you've got goaltending.
Think Freddie's back in Toronto?
Man, you know what? I don't get a good vibe here.
Net empty.
As the sixth attacker is on. There's a shot. That one is skipped wide. And Olsen regathers back up again. Budgel's out along with Beauregard, Landowski, and Lowen. Thomas Casey. Now check that, Drew Johnston. 2:05 left now. Back we go, in off that right side. Lifted deep inside the zone by the Wildcats. Around it goes. Forche head control. Looks to receive again, but Berube back for Spence. Langwad doesn't gather it cleanly. Here's Berube. Seam, ice opens up. Back for Forche, for Daou. Snapshot, save made on that stick side. Off of goaltender Ellis. Who pad scrambles to stay in the play. There's a drive. This one off of the stick of Berube, and that one is going to be stopped as well. Less than 90 seconds now. Nets open to our right. 6-on-5 skater advantage for the Moncton Wildcats. Off the end boards. Turnaround pass right off in front. They bat away at it. It's loose in back. And losing the goal stick is going to be Ellis. Here is Spence. And he'll look to dish it off for Hudson. Hudson tries to feed it in front. Pin save made. Oh, butterfly save made. Big time stop there by number 92, Colton Ellis. Colton Ellis is going to make a big time stop there for the Islanders.
How tough is it not to say Matthew Welsh?
That's why I had to come back with 92. Who's 92?
You're right. Post to post. Good active stick there by Oscar Plandowski, too, to interrupt the pass on the back door to Jacob Hudson as the Moncton Wildcats really pushing hard here. The Islanders have been a little shaky defensively in their own end, but Colton Ellis comes up big right there. His 19th save of the hockey game keeps it a 4-2 game as the Wildcats call a 32nd timeout.
Ellis just showing you there the type of goaltender that he is. Key stop, doesn't give up on the play. As there's a little crease crazy right off in front a couple of times. But Ellis stays focused, finds the puck, and makes the save. Tomorrow night, Ocean 100 will have the call from Moncton. We know that we look forward to our loyal hockey fans catching the game action of the Charlottetown Islanders on Ocean 100. Credit to the Islanders led by Craig Foster and his hockey operations side. Or check that business operations side and Ocean 100 and getting the Charlottetown Islanders on radio over the last 2 or 3 seasons.
You ever see two wingers line up on the weak side?
No. It's Cormier. He almost had he didn't miss by much in Ellis. In front, boys, down low. That's a Como pass that is just off the stick. 1 minute left. Here's middle blue line. There's Hudson now. He's trying to find a lane. He's going to needle one somewhere if he can find somebody positioned. As Daou is wide open off that shallow right circle, they get on the puck now. Off the half wing, turns it into play. Trudeau with the stick, an active stick, trying to prevent a pass. D to D left side. There's LeBlanc. Isles holding a 4-2 lead here right now. Spinning is going to be Hudson. Across stepping in. There's Spence with a shot. That one doesn't get through. 15 seconds left. And the Charlottetown Islanders are holding on to a 4-2 lead with the net open to our right. It comes to center ice. And the Islanders, as Cormier battles hard, tries to get it back onto his stick through a scrum. And now the face washing begins in front of the Islanders bench area, but the Charlottetown Islanders, after falling behind 2-0 early in the opening period by 9:08, Moncton had a 2-0 lead. But the Isles have come back with 4 straight goals, 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 here in the third, and they come back to pick up their first win of the season. As last season, as we told you, only 5 wins in the regular season out of 64 games when being scored upon first. They were 5-23. Well, they fell behind 2-0 in this one. They pick up their first win, not only in the road, but their first comeback win in game 1. Your thoughts, Corey?
Well, you're right. I just thought, maybe a shaky first period, but sticking with it. And when it's time to play and the chips are down, we talked about the game not being won or lost in the first period. It's how you finish the game, and the Islanders dominate the third period, outshooting the Wildcats 15-6. 2 goals, the game winner off Lucas Cormier, and then Thomas Casey with the insurance marker as well. The power play kind of struggled at times, but a big one when time came through as Cormier with a goal and assist, Casey with a pair of goals, DeRousseau, and the best players were the best players, and Colton Ellis shut the door with timely saves when called upon.
When you look at, and we brought this point up with you before, but again, some of the positives, you expect Cormier to play well, you expect Lowen to play well, but I thought a nice piece tonight for the Islanders as well, looking to he wanted to be part of the play, he wanted to get the feel for the game, he wanted to be in there and be a factor. I thought Oscar Plondowski played well.
Yeah, you're right, and the back end's young. I mean, this is a team that still is, some of their brightest stars are 17 and 18 years old. So for the Islanders, definitely, get off on the right foot. Lucas Cormier in his hometown, Samarita Kent, just outside. You hear the whistling. There's a few Cormier jerseys around. First star, 1 goal and 1 assist. Cormier, dominated the ice when he was on there, and he commands their respect, and he's got a presence about him. Offensively, I thought he was pretty solid defensively as well.
They talk about offense for this hockey club, and Cormier obviously in on the last 2 goals with a goal and an assist. But a team that's looking to score 3 or more, the Charlottetown Islanders, they're going to count and have to depend on some offense off the blue line.
Well, offense off the blue line, I mean, you're hoping to get 50 or 60 goals on that back end. Maybe that's a little bit gaudy number, but 40, 30 or 40. It's secondary scoring. Kieran Gallant with a big goal to get the Islanders tied the hockey game up. You can only lean on top players so long. And this Moncton Wildcats team, let's not kid ourselves. I mean, I know it's game 1. But they're a rebuilding team. They're going to see some stronger. But, I mean, this Maritime division is up for the grabs here. I mean, St. John and the Islanders are lining up. Cape Breton's going to be decent. Moncton's a bit of a rebuild. They gave the Islanders a run here tonight. Bathurst has some good young pieces as well. We get through 60 games. There are going to be some exciting ones and a lot of games like we've seen right here. Hard, physical. The Islanders laying the body. Timely saves and goals coming at the right time. Special teams always a big help, and that power play goal looming large to get the insurance marker and give the Islanders a 4-2 victory.
Islanders next in action tomorrow night from TD Station in downtown St. John. First matchup of the season between the Dogs and the Charlottetown Islanders. That game will be tip-to-tip on PEI, and again, parts of the Maritimes on Ocean 100 for major junior hockey fans in general. We hope to have you part of that tomorrow night. From St. John. Final score here tonight, the Islanders with back-to-back goals over the final 2.5 periods of play. They come back from a 2-0 deficit, and they will defeat the Moncton Wildcats by the score of 4-2. On behalf of Corey Arsenault, thank you for tuning in tonight. We hope to have you on board again tomorrow night on Ocean 100.